Brazil, and now the lead is 12. Biggest lead of the night for Arkansas. Acuff with 17 points. Acuff on the other end, around Klafke, in the corner. Brazil is open. Three-pointer good. Wow. The assist from Acuff. Downtown from Brazil, 85-72 with 5 to play. One more free throw. Brazil gets that one. Arkansas by 7. Camerdine into the front court for Ole Miss. Left side. Pinkett gets the defender off feet. Fires a three. Missed the shot. Knox with a rebound. 13 seconds to go. Razorbacks are going to run it out. Acuff into the front court. Ole Miss is now John Calipari and Chris Beard meet at midcourt. Razorbacks are 2-0 in conference play. 94-87 the final.
They made every free throw. They made threes down the stretch that we had a chance to be up 20, and all of a sudden you look up and it's 4. But that's the league, and I told the guys, and I thought Darius, what we ended up doing is just saying, we're playing through you. He was firing balls to guys. I don't know how many assists he had.
9.
And they were all big. They were big. But DJ made an and-one layup, big time. Carter made 2 threes. TB made those 2 threes. Billy came up with balls and we did what we do, and we scored a lot of points. But we got to be better defensively.
All right, welcome in to the Zone. Great to be with you on a fantastic Thursday as the Hogs come up with a road victory. Excellent offensive performance last night as the Hogs pile up 94 points on the road at Ole Miss. Arkansas was great offensively, as Coach pointed out. Maybe need to shore some things up defensively. Certainly not happy with the second-half defense against Ole Miss, but they get a road victory, which is hard to come by, and they improved to 2-0 in conference play, 12-3 overall, and another feather in the cap for Darius Acuff, who continues to build his young legacy at Arkansas. 26 and 9 assists for him. Did not come up with a single rebound, which is interesting, but anyway, a couple of steals for him too, so good to see. And we also talked, guys, yesterday about Trevin Brazil and a big game from him also. So anyway, always good to win. How are you guys doing?
Doing great, man.
And he had a big game because he was floating around the perimeter.
Oh.
We talked about it yesterday. Now let me tell you what else he did, Christian. He was co-high on the team with 6 rebounds. So
yeah.
He didn't just hang out there, but he did shoot it well. And I looked up some numbers. I did a little deep dive. He did, 4 out of 5. He was 5 out of 6 from the floor. I did a deep dive on Trevin Brazil this morning. Over the last 8 games, guys, he is 16 of 31 from 3, 52%. And that includes 3 games in a row where he didn't make one. And he shot varying numbers, obviously, from outside in those games. But he has shot it pretty dang well. There aren't too many guys in America that over an 8-game stretch wouldn't be thrilled to shoot 52% from 3.
I think everyone would.
I think so. If you don't, you're setting the bar really, really high. So
except for Milan Momcilovic, then that would be a step down.
If he's under 100, I'm very furious. By the way, the Cyclones did stay perfect last night, and we did see the debut, Christian, of a professional basketball player in a college basketball game for the first time.
No,
the last time.
Najee played over the weekend, actually.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
I thought I read that was his first minutes.
No, he had like 5 points over the weekend or something.
Well, he didn't do much last night either. So played 16 minutes, had a couple points, 5 boards, and Scott Drew says he's still kind of getting his conditioning back, which is understandable. But, yeah, that whole mess. But anyway, I was happy to see the Cyclones stay perfect. And another team gets a little pat on the back on this Thursday, Vanderbilt. They stayed perfect. We were sitting in here trashing them yesterday about how they're sort of, maybe not as good as people think they might be and how they're going to get beat by Alabama. That was not the case, although Philon being out for a good stretch yesterday was a really weird deal. They never did explain on the broadcast what happened. I never read afterwards either what went down there, but he didn't play most of the second half, and that certainly would have helped things. But Vanderbilt, give them credit. Offensively, they were really, really good, and they kept, going down and countering when Alabama did something well. It seemed like Alabama shot 1,000,000 free throws, and Vanderbilt shot their share too. But I don't know what the deal was. Christian, did you ever see what happened with Philon last night?
I did not, but him being, maybe the best player in the SEC, being without him for the second half is pretty tough.
Yeah, but I'll still give Vanderbilt a lot of credit. That was a tough win for them, and they kept countering Alabama's punches, so I applaud them for the effort last night.
I want to say one more thing on Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
They do have a 1-2-3 that's probably as good as most teams in the country, between Tanner, Nickel, really and Miles.
Yeah, Miles is going to be drafted. Really, I was reading this morning in one of the mock drafts. I didn't realize he was in the mix for that. So
Miles is?
That's what I read. And I read about 5 mock drafts this morning. not a first rounder, but a late second rounder guy.
Okay.
So,
Tanner
yeah,
probably will be.
I saw him all over the place as far as the number of draft picks from Vanderbilt, and there are a couple other schools. Malik Thomas is another intriguing one. I saw him way back in the second, early second, late first. I don't know where he projects, I think. And I saw Acuff as low as maybe 25 or 30, somewhere in there, all the way up to top 15. So
I think just one little note on draft stuff. Thomas probably a second rounder. He's really thin. Say that.
Yeah.
I think he could struggle a little bit at the next level.
Okay.
No
With
shot.
his frame.
No shot he comes back next year?
I mean, I guess there is, but if he keeps playing how he's been playing the last 3 games, I don't see why you would.
Could he play himself into a first rounder next year?
Yeah, I think he could be.
Yeah. Where does Brazil make money next year?
Adriatic League? No, I'm just kidding. He could get. He's probably
he should
like
make
a
piles
two-way.
of money in Europe, right?
Yeah, he'll probably get a 2-way deal from somebody.
I mean, can he not be a great player overseas?
He could be.
Yeah.
That's why I said Adriatic League. But.
Yeah, smarty pants. Busy show today. We're going to talk to a number of different folks about a number of different things today. We do have college football playoff continuing tonight. DJ is going to get us caught up on the portal and his thoughts on the guys that signed yesterday. Arkansas went defense heavy yesterday, which is probably not the worst thing, right? If you're going to spend your money, DJ, we've been talking about don't get caught up in trying to capture the shiny object, which is a sexy offensive player. Got to build from the inside out, and Arkansas is at least trying to do that defensively. They did get a lineman, but mostly it was a linebacker day, but we'll talk about that in a second. But Matty Bianchi is going to join us coming up at 10:30, the Little Rock wrestler who had a really good day this weekend, or a really good weekend, I guess I should say. He had a good day this weekend. He was 5-0 in his matches, and he was named the Pac-12 Wrestler of the Week. And he previously earned it on November 19th as well. So he is really, really having a good year. He also picked it up in February of last year. So he's a guy that's really doing some good things. 5-0, captured his title at the Southern Scuffle in Chattanooga. So we'll talk some wrestling coming up at 10:30. In the 11 o'clock hour, we get the Red White Report brought to you by UMS Ortho Now. Quinn Grovey is brought to you by Conway Wealth. We'll see what his thoughts are on the playoff tonight and the NFL playoffs this weekend. Friday, guys, tomorrow we're at the boat show, the Marine Expo, over at the State House Convention Center. Ken Griffey's going to join us at 11:45 and give us a preview of what we're going to be looking at tomorrow. We've got Zack Gillham at 12:30. We had a slight movement in the game tomorrow night in the college football playoff towards Indiana, and then What's on Tap brought to you by Flyway Brewing coming up at 12:45. So, DJ, thoughts on the pickups yesterday? I would think at least with the UNC guy, you got to be pretty pleased with that. Young guy who led his team in tackles last season.
Yeah, you talking about
House?
Kamori House. Yeah, I think he was 2 days ago. Was that yesterday?
He was yesterday.
Are the days that drowned together?
Yeah, we had 4 additions yesterday.
Wow,
was one of them.
He must have been really early. I actually watched a lot of tape on him. At first, I saw some stuff. You're looking about a 6'1", 235-pound guy. I looked at tape. He looks more about 6 foot, 205, 210.
Fudging the numbers.
Yeah, he's
Here we go.
Landon Jackson.
Here we go. But I'll say this: athleticism, he has it. He's very good sideline to sideline.
I would hope so. He's a safety, according to you.
He very, very athletic. They put him all over the place. So middle linebacker, that's where they lined him up the most. But then they would bring him out on the edge to be a part of the pass rush as well. Kind of reminds me how they use him, not as good as that linebacker that we faced last year from Auburn that just dominated us. They moved him all over the place. Now, he's not that special, but that's the type of guy we're looking at. But I would say great ball instincts. I will say he's a 4-star rated guy coming out of the portal from UNC. I think that's almost right. I would say if it were up to, if it were up to me, if I were to give star ratings, let's just say 3.6 or 3.7, which I don't think is bad. I like his upside. I'll just say that. Would he have to put on a little bit more weight? I would think so for what we need. We do need a presence at the secondary level as far as, the linebacking core. Now, it depends on what type of defense we want to run. Do we want a smaller type defense? Because he's the one who could guard the tight end. He's the one that can guard the running back coming out of the backfield. Now, if we play against some teams that play smash mouth football, he will struggle because he is undersized. And so then you got the linebacker coming out of Auburn. He's interesting. There's not much tape on him all. He dealt with a foot injury that held him out his first year. So 2 games into Auburn, he had a foot injury, out season ending. And then the next year, no action. And so there's a big question mark there for me. But you look at his high school tape, that's how far back I had to go. He looks impressive. Now, it is high school. I'll give that, I want to emphasize that. But fast, extremely fast coming off the edge, very athletic as well. So it seems like teams build, I guess, their linebacking core two ways. They're going to be those big, strong, brute type guys or a little bit more athleticism, so you don't have to sub as much when it comes to the different packages that an offense is going to put on the table. So that's where it looks like they're going on the defensive side is speed, in my opinion. Now, I did dig a little bit more into this guy from Virginia who is a 4-star portal guy on some of these platforms, Hunter Osborne, who originally first went to Alabama, then transferred to Virginia. 4-star, I think it's a little high, in my opinion. I'd put him right around that 3.5-ish area if I were to give out stars. I'm not trying to hate. I'm really not.
Nitpicky Williams.
I am Nitpicky Williams, just because a lot of technique things with him. And so the thing that pops up on tape is him. How much have we talked about what do we need from a defensive tackle? We don't need him to have all the stats in the world. I think he had 15 tackles, 4 solo tackles. But we said we don't need him to just jump off the stat sheet. We need this guy to take up blockers. We need 2 offensive linemen to make sure that they don't work up to the second level to the linebackers. Very gap discipline. Who's just a big plug. He plays with really high pad level, and you can see him get driven off the ball quite often. If you go back and look at the Washington State game against Virginia, I would say for the first 3 quarters, Washington State they manhandled the defensive line. Not just him, but the whole entire defensive line at Virginia. Now, they turned it around in the fourth quarter. But he reminds me a little bit of Quincy Rhodes 2 years ago, who, sometimes you're like, oh, he's playing kind of lazy or he's getting blown off the ball. Then out of nowhere, you just get this amazing play like, holy crap, how come we can't do that more often? Well, Quincy turned that around, and he became more consistent. Because I have seen plays from this guy where I'm just like, okay, he's a dude. But there's not too many of them on tape right now. So that's, I think, more of an effort thing. I wouldn't say it's a coaching thing so much because pad level, I'm pretty sure they taught us that in 8th grade. So that's something I'm sure the Virginia coaching staff would preach day in and day out. So I don't know. I will say this. I know a lot of people are very high on the portal, how well we have done. I've seen a lot of articles and websites praising how we aren't we ranked somewhere when it comes to portal, right?
Yeah, I think it's
They're ranked somewhere.
Top
Everybody's
15.
ranked somewhere.
Yeah, top 15 in the country.
Could be because we have like 18 guys.
Yeah, top 15 in the country, top 3 in maybe the SEC. And this is very reminiscent for me, all right? And I think I'm born pessimistic sometimes when it comes to this.
More negativity. Pour it on, DJ. Don't stop now. You're on a roll.
Last year, you remember when everybody came on and said how well Arkansas was doing in the portal when it comes to, I think it's a total add up of like the ratings and the stars. Well, we had so many guys coming in, and a lot of them were 3-star, 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 3-star. So in the rankings, it looked like we were crushing it. Yeah. But I'm still waiting on that wow guy, that one guy who can make an instant difference as soon as they step on the field. Now, we did say we spent a lot of money on assistant coaches, and we got a lot of assistant coaches. You could be trying to build this thing by committee, and that looks like the approach they're heading.
Well, last year was quality or quantity over quality, maybe, DJ. I will say, I don't know if this is a wow guy, but I do know that Trey Biddy's very excited. They just got a Maryland defensive back that they've announced as a signee, Lakai Rowland, and apparently Ohio State and a bunch of other big schools were after this kid, so that's a pretty big deal. Apparently, I don't know if he's a wow guy, but according to Trey Biddy, I just saw him talking about it on Twitter that, this is building a pretty intriguing defensive backfield for Arkansas. So that's a good one. And then they also got a tight end from Memphis, DJ. I don't know if you've seen or have you seen Matt Adcock play or noticed him last year. I don't know if he did anything against Arkansas.
Yeah, I liked the tight end last year at Memphis. He was very how do I say this? He was
something negative. Go ahead.
No, he was serviceable in the run game, but
serviceable.
he was no.
That's code for not great.
No. Serviceable in the run game, which is a lot to ask for from a guy who's very
pass-oriented.
No, he's not slow.
Fat.
He's very athletic. He'll be a guy that a defense has to.
Goodness.
He'll be a guy that a defense has to account for in the game plan when he's on the field. Because when you get these one-way tight ends, you got your blockers or you got your pass catchers. sometimes defenses can see what personnel comes in and then put somebody out there to combat that. With him, it's almost like a guessing game. Are they going to run or are they going to pass? We don't know. Jaden Platt, I would say, is the same way. More passer in and need to work on his run game. So now you potentially got two guys who can do both, which would be huge for the type of offense Memphis was to run, which we're not exactly sure what type of offense we're going to get. I was reading actually some Memphis fans were shooting some stuff our way the other day. This offensive coordinator, I know a lot of people are looking at Memphis and think we're going to run that offense. I don't know yet. He adapts to his personnel, and so I think that's really cool. I think sometimes you get some stubborn coordinators who will run their offense when they don't have the guys on their roster who can actually get it done. And so I'm not sure what type of offense we're going to see next year. Memphis, they were a big RPO, which, kind of requires a lot of team chemistry and a lot of experience. Depending on how he wants to move forward, I'm not sure what to expect. So I'll say this. I don't think we're doing bad in the portal. I do think we're doing better than we did last year. As far as moving the needle for me to thinking we're going to maybe hit the over next year when it comes to games won, where we at 4.5, I don't know yet. We got to just wait and see. And this Lakari Rowland defensive back out of Maryland, 6'2", 190, that's great size. Does he play corner or safety? Do you know?
Just says DB. I don't know. I didn't watch Maryland football one time this year.
21 tackles, 3 interceptions, including a 100 pick six over Townsend. Started 10 games and played in 17 in the last 2 seasons. So that's another thing when it comes to DBs. I know you hear 21 tackles, and that doesn't just jump off, but usually when you can't, it's hard to find film on DBs. That means they're doing a really good job because that means they're not throwing their way, or at least they're covering people, and you don't see a lot of highlights from the other team on these guys. So it's kind of hard to find tape on them just because TV edits don't give us the wide angle. They just focus on the ball. So that'd be something I'm curious to go back and watch from this guy from Maryland.
If a corner has 40 tackles,
that's bad news.
Bad sign.
Yeah, that's a bad sign.
Usually.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about question of the day. We'll take a break. We've got Matty Bianchi coming up from Little Rock Wrestling. Again, we'll get back to some football talk here in a bit. We'll keep an eye on the portal. I'm assuming this will not be the last announcement before the end of the day, but who knows? Quinn Grovey will join us coming up. We'll get his thoughts on the portal. I'm guessing he'll be more positive than DJ because he'd have to be. We've got the Red-White Report brought to you by UAMS Ortho Now. Arkansas women back on the court tonight. Most of the in-state teams are balling tonight, guys. So we've got UCA's men and women. We've got Little Rock's men and women on the road at SIU Edwardsville. You can catch those games over on Buzz 2 106.7. Arkansas State's women are at South Alabama, and they have been rolling of late. And tip of the cap to and UAPB's women, I guess, are at Prairie View A&M. Tip of the cap to the Arkansas State men. Got another win yesterday over Troy. So they are also in a pretty good position. I saw that Coach Solo said that he feels like his guys have a shot to win the SWAC on the men's side. And Arkansas State is one of the favorites to win their league as well. So I think we've got a very intriguing basketball season shaping up, fellas, after what was a pretty dang dismal football season across the board. Okay. Question of the day, Christian?
Question of the day today. Who do you have in Fiesta Bowl tonight? Your options, of course, are Miami or Ole Miss.
No third option?
No, I don't think a third team can win. Be kind of cool.
David said, this is Basil, and again, I'm not poking at him. He maybe not listening to the same things I am. I guess I haven't heard a lot of negativity towards either team, but he acted like it's going to be some crazy upset if Ole Miss wins this game. And I'm like, it's a 3.5-point line. I don't know how it's some crazy upset. And like I said, he said, well, a lot of people are saying. I'm like, well, the same people that were saying, Miami didn't belong in the playoff 3 weeks ago. I mean, we do get caught up in the shiny object moments as media members, and it's kind of sad. I mean, we all thought Miami was a rock-solid team, but maybe not the sexiest team, and I still feel that way. I could have made an argument that Notre Dame might have done the same that they've done or would have been, in the same position, but, we'll never know. So kudos to Miami, but kudos to Ole Miss, too. And we're going to hear from their coach coming up, Pete Golding. He had a couple of really good comments, I thought, yesterday at their press conference, so we'll get to that coming up. But I guess I'm leaning Miami, but I'm rooting for Ole Miss. Does that make sense? Is that wrong?
No, I mean, that makes sense. You think Miami's going to win, but you want Ole Miss to win.
DJ, do you care who wins tonight?
I think it'd be cool if Miami won.
I want Miami to win.
I think that'd be cool.
Does it matter for Arkansas either way?
Well, I just don't want Ole Miss to win.
Yeah.
I
just
hate Ole Miss, too, so I don't know what my problem is.
I mean, I know defense wins championships, but you need some offense, right? And I don't know if 100 passing yards from Ben going to cut it against Ole Miss.
Yeah. Well, this is the worst defense he's faced in the playoff, we can all safely say, right?
Ole Miss, yeah.
Yeah, not even close. After playing A&M and Ohio State?
Yeah.
Would this be any bigger of an upset than Ole Miss over Georgia? I don't think it would be.
Yeah.
You think Ole Miss beating Miami is bigger than beating Georgia?
No.
No. I think, beating Georgia was a bigger upset.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. No, for sure. Yeah, this is a total toss-up game.
I agree.
I mean, they're very different teams. Ole Miss's defense is suspect. Their offense is exciting. I did see one interesting. Zach and I talked about this, and we can revisit this when he comes on at 12:30. But Lacey's got his numbers like I don't remember what it is. I'll have to look it up, but pretty fat number for him to score 2 touchdowns tonight, which I think might be worth another one. And then also it's plus for Chambliss to score a touchdown rushing or receiving. He had 8 rushing touchdowns on the year. I don't know if he had any receiving touchdowns, but he's basically 2-1 on scoring a touchdown tonight. And Lacey is plus 260 to score 2 touchdowns tonight. Just saying. If you're looking for some prop bets, those are out there. DJ's usually my prop bet go-to guy. He got me Travis Kelce this year.
Big prop
Appreciate
bets.
that. Big prop bet guy.
Big prop bet guy.
Who's your girlfriend on? That's really the question we should be asking. She's the one that knows what's going on.
God, she's wild with these prop bets.
She does love him.
Big prop better.
Did she feel great about anything tonight?
I need to look what she put up. She hit everything at the Arkansas Ole Miss game. She was 6 for 6, so I think she was 6 for 6, somewhere around there. I don't know. I'll ask her, see if we can get some people some money.
DJ, I am channeling my inner DJ Williams today.
Let's hear it.
I don't know if you've noticed. You probably aren't. If you look at me, anything stand out? Probably not. You can't see enough of me.
Are you not wearing any pants
on? Or?
No, I'm wearing the exact same outfit I was wearing yesterday.
Oh, nice. I like it. See, I wouldn't have noticed.
Why would I do that?
Because you're traveling? Oh, your luggage didn't make it. Yeah.
Really?
How annoying is that?
Charlotte strikes again. Charlotte, listen, I've been told by people for years, and it's 100% true, and one day I'm going to figure it out. Charlotte is a hole. Charlotte is an American Airlines hub. It is absolute hell. It is garbage. It is terrible. If you want to get delayed or have something bad happen. And, dude, I was rolling right. I'm 2.5 hours before my connection. Have plenty of time. There is no excuse for my bag not getting on that plane. No excuse. I am like, how does this happen? And the woman at Louisville was so pleasant and nice, and I couldn't get mad at her even though I was furious. And I was like, all right. And then she's like, we can guarantee it'll be to your hotel by 5 p.m. I'm like, that is not going to do it. So the other weird thing is there's no flights from Charlotte to Louisville until like 12:30 today. So whatever. Anyway, Charlotte sucks, and if you want to get delayed, it's a good way to go, or if you want to have a bag loss. But anyway, I get on this plane last night. It's an Airbus. Big old plane. Not even half full. I have an entire 3-seat row to myself.
Nice.
And I'm like, man, we're right on time. Everything's going peachy. I'm going to get to the hotel. I'm watching on the Wi-Fi was working. I had to pay $12 for it. It wasn't free yet. I don't know what our American Airlines is doing. But I'm watching the Arkansas game on the flight. Everything's coming up great. And then we land, and I'm like, me and 5 other jamokes are standing around like, where's our bag? Where's our bag? And I'm like, lady, a 2.5 hour gap. How does it not get on the plane? She couldn't explain it. Anyway, so
are you the type that won't walk barefoot in the hotel room?
No, I will. We've talked about this.
Okay, you will. Because I was going to feel bad for you if you didn't have socks.
No, I have all my clothes I had on yesterday, buddy. Okay. But I'm wearing the same stuff. I can relate to not quite there yet, but hopefully my bag shows up. But in planes, trains, and automobiles, when Steve Martin tells the ladies, like, have mercy, I've been wearing the same underpants for 3 days. You know, I'm not quite there yet, but God bless. I'll be going to a local store if it comes to that. All right, enough about me. Nobody cares. Anyway, let's go to the break. But, you know, if you travel, you feel me. Matty Bianchi coming up, and he's standing by. We will talk to him on the other side about his great week and what's going on with Little Rock Wrestling in the zone. Stick around.
But everyone knows that a man ain't supposed to cry. Listen, I gotta cry, 'cause crying...
Listen for Champs and Chumps on Fridays during The Zone. Brought to you by Washita Bar and Grill on Central Avenue in Hot Springs and BKC Home Builders, building premier homes in Hot Springs.
This is SportsCenter Arkansas Razorbacks men's basketball is off to a 2-0 start in SEC play. That's after last night's 94-87 win over the Ole Miss Rebels in Oxford. Leading the way was Darius Acuff Jr., who had 26 points and 9 assists. He was 11 of 12 from the free throw line. Trevor Brazile chipped in 18 points on just 5 of 6 shooting. He hit 4 of the 5 threes that he attempted. The Hogs shot 52% from the floor, 42% from 3, and 73% from the line. The Hogs will try to make it 3 straight SEC victories on Saturday when they take on the Auburn Tigers down at Auburn Arena. 5 o'clock tip-off. You can catch the game right here on 103.7 The Buzz, and you can catch the Betts Harrison Arkansas basketball postgame show live from Walk-Ons with Wes Moore and myself, Josh Neighbors, following the game. I'm Josh Neighbors for the Buzz Radio Network.
Here's NASCAR Hall of Famer Mark Martin.
As a race car driver for 40 years, I survived a lot of crashes. Not everyone can run into a wall at 200 miles an hour and walk away. Without a seatbelt, I wouldn't be alive today. Now I'm retired, back home in Arkansas driving my pickup. I'm shocked how many people aren't wearing seatbelts. Why risk your life when it only takes 2 seconds to buckle up? Take it from number 6. Buckle up, Arkansas.
A message from the Arkansas State Police Highway Safety Office.
Mike Rowe here with a name everyone should know, Groundworks. The foundation and crawl space repair experts are coming soon to Little Rock. So if you've got a musty crawl space or cracks in your walls, these are the guys to call. And right now, Groundworks is hiring for all positions. If you're looking for a career, Groundworks is the place to do it. You can go from installer to foreman in under a year and become an owner of the company you work for. Apply now at groundworks.com/careers.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
We all make plans for the future, but car accidents, break-ins, and unexpected fires can disrupt those plans. At Shelter Insurance, our agents help design insurance plans that work for you and help protect what matters most. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
See Shelter agents Matt Warden, Jamie Marsh, or Richard Yeager in Little Rock today.
We all know how busy our lives can be these days and how important our time and convenience is as well. Edwards Food Giant knows that too, so that's why they're inviting you to take advantage of their Heat and Eat Meal Solutions items in their deli department. Delicious Edwards Food Giant signature dishes, along with a wide choice of entrees and sides, all ready for you to pick up and take home to serve your family tonight. The Heat and Eat Meal Solution is now at your favorite Central Arkansas Edwards Food Giant deli. This week's special is hamburger steak for only $7.49 per pound, with Edwards signature mashed potatoes for $4.49 per pound.
Flyway Brewery is now open in Little Rock and Breckenridge Village. The perfect harmony between great beer and delectable food is what they strive on, using only the freshest, locally sourced ingredients. Every dish, skillfully prepared with an emphasis on innovation. Enjoy a pint of their signature Blue Wing while watching your favorite team on one of their many TVs, or savor one of their seasonal brews and enjoy live music. Fresh beer starts here. Follow the migration at Flyway Brewing, now open in Little Rock and Breckenridge Village on Rodney Parham.
Welcome back in the zone. If you like the sound of our voices, you should see our faces. Check our live stream out on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, or Twitch. Now, back to the show.
Do you ever wonder whatever happened way back when? If I see you again, baby, you ever wonder? Oh, you might wish things could change. I know this might sound strange, but...
All right, welcome back in. Before we get up and started, I want to tell you about my friends at LeVar Law. If you need a personal injury attorney, I got you covered. All right, so you're out on the road, get in an accident, you're doing your job 10 and 2, you're focused in, not distracted driving at all, but some dumb out there ruins your day, okay? And then they try to claim that it wasn't their fault. And then you're hurt and you're injured and you need somebody to help you out. Well, that's where Alan and his team at LeVar Law, they're going to step in and help you out, okay? So it doesn't matter if it's car accident, truck accident, motorcycle, unicycle, doesn't matter. You need a personal injury attorney who's going to hold the other people accountable. That's where they're going to come in and take care of you. Multiple locations all across the state. Like I said, 20 years of experience with this whole team over there at LeVar Law. $58 million in settlements to their clients. They're trying to take care of you. And I'm going to tell you this. We had the meetings with them, and they're a team that you can trust. And I know I talked about automobile accidents. They'll take care of anything, even a dog bite. So if you're in a situation and you need some help and you need people to have your back and take care of you, LeVar Law is the place to go. Find more information at levarlaw.com.
Well, people don't know how things work. You know, I complain sometimes about how the sausage is made. I give you a little behind-the-scenes view, like yesterday when I was whining and complaining about things, and we were a little bit of a scrambled mess. But, man, you know, sometimes when you're under the gun, you just got to try to piece it together. And we thought we were going to get Matty by phone today. What a treat to have him in studio today. And Christian, people don't even realize, just whipped up a little, little nameplate for him, threw it up there on his video feed. I mean, that's just how good the wizard is. Abracadabra, he waves his magic wand, and boom, Matty Bianchi's on TV. I mean, how you doing, buddy?
I would say great. I would say out of 10, we got to give the Wizard. What do you think? An 8 on this?
Oh, 9, I think. This is. I mean, again, I'm like, call him, dude. What are you waiting on? It's like, well, he's sitting here. Okay, my bad. Good to see you, Matty. Congrats on a great week, and congrats on being named the Pac-12 Wrestler of the Week. How are you?
Thank you. I'm doing great. Yeah, that was a super fun weekend. I was so pumped to go to the Southern Scuffle and be able to stay on top of the podium. That was my first time making it to the second day of the tournament and my first time placing because my freshman year I went there, I went 0-2, and I was eliminated immediately. So this time felt a lot better.
Well, you're an All-American now, buddy, so things are a little bit different. Yeah. You're the big dog. You're the man to beat. So you're still wrestling at 157?
Nope. Now I'm up at 165, so got a little bigger. 157 was getting pretty tough near the end of the season. I knew I was going to make that change.
Telling me.
Yeah.
I've been 157 since I was, 8 or 9. So that's awesome. How has it been? Is 165, you feel better, feel healthier, stronger?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, I feel like I could wrestle for days. My conditioning has always been a huge blessing just throughout my career. And now being up at 165, being able to eat more, be healthier, my body just can hold the food correctly right after weigh-ins. It just feels a lot better. And also thanks out to my strength coach who's also he makes like these post weigh-in shakes.
Ooh.
And they're awesome.
Nice.
They're awesome.
Yeah. What if you don't win? You don't get a shake?
The shake better help me win. So
yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
that's why he went 5-0. He's like, I want a shake after all these.
Yeah, definitely.
I like that. How much different are the guys you're facing? Are they? I mean, is it noticeably they're bigger, stronger?
A little bit, yeah. I mean, especially some of those military guys. Like I wrestled a guy from the Citadel and then Army West Point. Those guys stay in really great shape and they're always pretty big. But yeah, it's a little bit different. But in the end, wrestling's wrestling, so it wasn't that big of a change. And then in summertime, I would always wrestle 163 or 74 kilograms. So it wasn't that big of a change for me. And I knew the guys were going to be slightly bigger, a little more strength. But I was wrestling my brother. I was wrestling guys above my weight class throughout my whole college career, just in the practice room. So it wasn't too bad of a change. It felt right. And then I assume that I feel bigger now wrestling these guys because a lot of people tell me they're kind of like, man, dude, you're pretty big for the weight class. I was like, really? Because I was down before thinking I was too big for that weight class. So now I'm up here. But it just never ends. I mean, everyone always assumes, that guy's big, that guy's huge. But it's all about wrestling. That's all it is.
Have you wrestled a lot of guys with as much experience as you, being a red shirt senior? I mean, are you wrestling guys that are a little younger or maybe guys that aren't as familiar at the 165 level? Or what kind of competition have you faced so far?
The competition's been fantastic. I mean, some of these guys aren't as old as me, but it's honestly nowadays you're seeing that the younger guys are actually much better than all these older guys because all the older guys come back over summertime and they teach these younger guys. And so they're learning things way before I ever learned them because wrestling's ever evolving. And so a big one I wrestled right off the bat, my second match, was actually my buddy from Illinois who's ranked number 8 in the country. But he's 2 grades below me. So, but he's still like super high skilled. And so I had to wrestle him. I beat him. And then I wrestled a number 22 guy or something from Indiana. Yeah, okay. From Army. Yeah, Army wrestled him, and then the Citadel guy was also ranked. So I'm wrestling all these ranked guys, but they might be like a grade below me. But I'm not those 8th year, 7th year type of guy. I missed that cutoff. I missed that COVID year. So I'm only 22 years old. So I'm a true senior about to be done. I'm not 24, 25. I'm not way older than these guys.
Right.
So it feels right. And a lot of these a lot of these young guys, they're coming in hot, you know. So there's even a 165-pounder who it's his true freshman year, and they have him ranked number 2 because he is legit. You know, he's that good. So some of these guys, they come in from these clubs, and these clubs are ran by NCAA champions from the past, Olympians. You know, so they're getting fantastic training from such a young age, and they kind of get rid of all these bad habits that you see these college guys do.
Stephen Little is 34, though, right?
He looks like it. He's looked so old since he got here. I thought first time when he came in, I thought he was a transfer, and then I was like, oh, hey, I'm Maddie. What's your name? He's like, I'm Steve. I was like, how old are you? And he's like, 18. I was like, wow, okay.
I thought he was a coach when I met him, so
I did too.
It is confusing. We're talking to Matty Bianchi. We just tuning in from Little Rock Trojan Wrestling. So what's your record overall this year?
I believe it's 11-0 or 12-0, something like that. Yeah.
Well, the O is the only part that matters. That's okay.
That's right.
So are you ranked?
Yeah, currently I'm ranked number 6, I believe, across most of the rankings.
Okay. Well, I saw you guys don't have a home meet until January 31st, so if you're looking for something to do, and look, people around here, Matty, even if they're not big wrestling fans, we love to root against other SEC teams, and you guys are wrestling against Missouri on the 31st. So let's turn out to the Jack Stevens Center and boo the Tigers and root for the Trojans, even if you don't love wrestling. But you guys have a few meets in between now and then, right?
Yep, that's right. We're heading up tomorrow to SIUE, and we're going to go against SIUE and Edinburgh. And they got some pretty tough guys, so that's going to be a good one. They're smaller schools like us. And then after that, we get a little 2-week break, and then we kind of start our Pac-12 season where we'll go out, wrestle Oregon State, and then that's when we start the Missouri. And then the one I'm looking most forward to is Oklahoma State, where we're going to Oklahoma State. And, you know, they are wrestling history, so they always have such a huge fan base come out to their duels, and it's going to be electric. So I'm excited for that one.
You know, the basketball teams are playing at SIUE tonight.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I know you're probably busy with what you're doing, but what time are you guys are you flying up there or driving?
I think we're driving. Yeah.
Okay.
It's not too far of a drive, and we usually get a bus now, and the bus is nice. I mean, everyone can sprawl out and just get comfortable.
What do you do on the bus? Pastime?
On the way there, I think everyone sleeps. I mean, you'll see a huge difference from the way there. You know, everyone's low on weight. And they're kind of tired.
Okay,
they're kind of just tired, trying to sleep as much as possible. You hear a few crack of energy drinks when we're getting close to there, because we usually get there right away, and then we instantly work out, no matter like what the travel is. So, you know, 6 hours in a bus. Okay, get out, get your shoes on, and then we instantly work out, do our last weight cut. But then on the bus ride back, I mean, it's a huge difference. Everyone's so excited, you know, kind of more chippy, like talking, laughing. And we'll still have fun on the way there, but it can spike for like 20 minutes, and then it'll just everyone's so feel bad.
Is there anyone on the team that doesn't worry about cutting weight? It's like they would probably need to eat some before.
Yes, definitely. Our heavyweights, yeah. So heavyweights 285, and if you're weigh 285, that's kind of rare actually in wrestling. Most guys are like 270, 260, but one of our guys is like more like 230. So he's huge, Big Mike.
Yeah.
And this guy's just he's a freak athlete, but he is constantly eating, and it's almost like I don't even want to look at him when on the bus. So I try to just like sit as far away as possible from him. But
Matty's over there sucking on ice cubes. This dude's eating pizzas.
Joey Chestnut.
Yeah,
but it's a little bit different because I think sometimes cutting weight's a benefit because you'll focus on that kind of like the day before, and then but those heavyweights, they don't kind of have that distraction where they can sometimes have too much anxiety build up because they're only thinking about the match, and then they're thinking like, oh, am I eating enough? But for us, it's like, oh, I gotta win the first battle, which is the scale. So I win that, and then I'm ready to go.
What's the time between weigh-in into your match? Is it the day before or?
No, it's 2 hours. Yeah, so you weigh in, and then the duel's starting. So those 125s, who are our lightest weight class, they weigh in, and the match is starting. Beep, whistle blows 2 hours later.
So the matches, are both wrestlers exhausted, sort of?
Yeah, I would say so. If they're doing it right, they're pretty tired. Especially, usually the guy who wins is more tired than the guy who lost because he did more work. So the goal is to kind of get off the mat a little exhausted, because then I gave my max effort out there. And that's what I always think about. Like, I'll be before my matches, and I'll pray and I'll be like 7 minutes of constant effort. That's all I want. So I don't want to take a second off, because it's only 7 minutes, but it's hard to sprint for 7 minutes straight. So it's just about giving 7 minutes of constant effort where no matter what happens, I know I gave my best effort. I might have done some stupid things, but I gave my best effort in that moment. So when I walk off that mat, I don't feel bad. And if something bad happens, I can go, okay, I can fix that later.
And it's very impressive, because most of our listeners never give max effort for more than 45 seconds. At least that's the rumor. I don't want to get into it. So when's the last time you missed weight, Maddie? Have you ever missed weight in your college career or beyond?
No, I've never missed weight. I mean, it's kind of like a little kid thing since I've done when I was little. I've been cutting weight since I was little, right? I was 7 years old, and I had to lose 3 pounds, and I went from 57 pounds to 54 pounds. But that was the first time I actually had to deal with it. But then it's almost like you just do it more and more and more, and then you kind of just figure out your body, and then it's kind of just like your body just locks in. I've had scary moments where even sometimes you have to make weight in between the tournaments. So this tournament that I just went to was a 2-day tournament, right? So I weigh in 165 that morning. I wrestled all day. I got done around like 7:30 at night, and I checked my weight, and I'm 7 pounds over for the next day. So I have to get my stuff back on, and instantly, so right as I'm done wrestling, I run, hop on the scale. I'm like, okay, I'm 7 pounds over. So you get 1 more pound the next day. So now I got to make 166. But I'm 7 pounds over. So I got to instantly throw on all my sweats that I already had pre-packed in my bag. And I instantly start rolling around with one of my teammates. And we roll around for, that adrenaline sweat is very different from just working out sweat. That pours out of you. So the key is to instantly put stuff on right away and kind of be hydrating throughout the day, where you had stuff that's going to stick to you in the morning, but then kind of later at night, you have that stuff that's just going to fly off of you. So it's like the water and just that quick carbs. And, so I worked out probably for like an hour rolling around. I lost about 5 doing that, and then I was still about 2 over, so me and my buddy went to the hotel room and worked out a little bit more there on the bike, and then I was good to go for the next day.
That's amazing. DJ, can you imagine playing an entire football game and then having to go out and run routes for an hour afterwards?
No. It'd be awful.
How miserable is that?
Awful.
Sorry, Christian. Go ahead.
What's the most you have dropped in one?
So the most I had to do in between was actually this summer. I stepped on the scale, and I shocked myself, and I was about 11 pounds over for the next day. And I was like, that's no way that's true. And so I did a double take. I stepped on again. I was like, oh, shoot, I guess that's true. So I threw on a bunch of stuff, but I knew it. I was like, it's got to come off easy, right? And you got to have a good attitude going into it. You can't be like, this is starting to hurt.
I can do it.
Yeah. If you have doubts, you're not going to make it. You got to go like, nope, this is supposed to happen. I'm happy to be here, because that means I made it to the second day. So you got to have some positive attitude. And, so I worked out with my buddy, it was our 133 pounder, because I was like, I don't want anyone heavy. I just want someone light I can just roll around with. And we had to roll probably for like hour 45, 2 hours. But I lost 8 pounds doing that.
Hey. So Justin, if you and me just want to lose some weight, you want to roll around together? You and me?
I'd rather roll around with Christian. No offense. Maddie, we got to run. We got to go to break. I appreciate you coming up. Good luck, safe travels, and keep kicking butt. And we'll see you at the Jack Stevens Center on January 31st, if not before.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
All right, buddy. Go support the Trojan wrestling team. And Trojan basketball, again, SIUE. Taking them on tonight on the road on Buzz 2. We're back in a second.
What drives you? Family moments, new adventures, or just the love of the open road? Whatever it is, Gwatney Chevrolet is here to help you get there. For generations, we've been more than a dealership. We've been part of life's milestones, big and small. With a team that puts you first and a car buying experience that's easy and stress-free, we're here to find the perfect vehicle for what drives you. Visit us in Jacksonville or online at GwatneyChevrolet.com. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
This is Justin Acri. If hand or wrist pain is getting in the way of your daily life, it's time to see the specialists at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. Their fellowship-trained hand and wrist surgeons treat everything from arthritis and fractures to nerve injuries and carpal tunnel. And with Arkansas's only hand trauma telemedicine program, advanced care is available around the clock. Call Ortho at 501-686-TOSH to schedule your appointment today and get back to living pain-free. That's 501-686-8674. The doctor will see you now.
You like saving money, right? We all do. That's why Allstate just lowered the price of car insurance. Not, but wait, there's a catch. Lower. Actually lower. So if you're shopping around or just want to see how much you could save, check Allstate first for a new lower auto rate that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Are you 50 or older? This news is for you. The CDC recommends you get vaccinated against pneumococcal pneumonia. Even if you're healthy, your age puts you at risk. People 50 or older are over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia compared to adults 18 to 49. Just one shot can help protect you. Learn more and schedule at vaxassist.com. That's VAXassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
This is Chris Roberts with Southern Bank. Your financial journey is unique to you. That's why we offer a variety of personal checking and savings accounts designed to work for your goals. Whether you're looking for low fees or great rewards, choosing the right checking account is easy at Southern Bank. Our products can help you save for your first home, a family vacation, or a college education. And just as important, at competitive rates. To learn more about our personal banking option, visit bankwithsouthern.com, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Join the Zone each Monday for Game Balls and Jockstraps, brought to you by A Caddy's Touch Landscaping. Find out who made the best, average, and worst headlines in sports and entertainment each Monday as Justin and DJ give you their Game Balls and Jockstraps on the Zone from 10 to 1. It's all brought to you by A Caddy's Touch Landscaping, 501-794-2770. Call today to get your landscape updated to a whole new level and be listening for Game Balls and Jockstraps only on 103.7 The Buzz.
We know it's hard being without us, but don't worry. The Zone with Justin Acri and DJ Williams is back. Let's see what the guys are getting into today.
All right, we're getting into some Middleton Heat and Air texts is what we're going to get into. We don't have much time left here. Went a little long with Maddie. What a good kid, huh? How good is that dude?
Great kid.
I enjoyed that. Young man. Sorry. Trying to pull this up here as we welcome you back in. We got a busy second hour. We're going to talk a lot. We got a lot of sound actually from Pete Golding. We're going to hear some NFL stuff and getting ready for the playoff games there as well. We'll get Quinn Grovey's thoughts on that in the next hour. We got Zack coming up from Oaklawn with the lines and some of the latest prop bets that are up there. Some interesting stuff here. All right. This person says this is out of left field, but from the 870, Sydney Parlee is my office neighbor. Impressive for sure. Yes, she is. She's a very impressive person. She and her husband are what I would call a local power couple.
Oh, who is this?
You know Sidney Parlee played softball at Arkansas?
Oh, yeah. I know you're talking about.
Yeah.
He's coaching at Euler now, right?
Little Rock.
Little Rock, yes.
Sorry.
We don't
Apologize.
use that.
Yeah, my bad.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what other terms you use from the 50s, DJ, but we don't say those things. Dang, just added another linebacker. How many do we need? A lot. We need a lot of linebackers.
Did you watch this past season?
Everyone needs a lot of linebackers, bub. This says, y'all be safe and don't fall and hit your head. And, oh, yeah, don't drink and drive. Thanks so much. This person's really looking out for us. Justin, that's what everyone likes about you. You are a complainer. Oh, well, thanks, I think. Anyway. All right. Feel free to send something in, 501-661-1037. It's our same number as we always have. We've also got our live fan feedback through our Listen Live button if you want to send it that way. And we have got a lot more to do. This comes in from Jake. He says, congrats to Matty Bianchi on your continued success. We attended the Indiana duel. We'd love an update on the injury to Ben Del Signore. I don't know what happened to him. And I'm sorry that I didn't see this until afterwards. But stay tuned. We'll see if we can get an update for you on that. All right. We got a lot more coming up. Busy second hour. That's a fast first hour. Goodness gracious. Stick around. You're in the Zone on a wonderful Thursday.
Oaklawn is here for when you want non-stop racing and non-stop action. The season's back, the weekends are packed, and it's time to plan your visit. The classic racing season kicks off January 30th and runs through May 2nd with exciting weekends, great food and drinks, and the kind of atmosphere you can only find in Hot Springs. It's fast, it's lively, it's time to win. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Life is loud, chaotic, hilarious, and occasionally peaceful. Your life fits you, so why settle for life insurance that fits someone else? At Shelter Insurance, our local agents help you design a personal protection plan backed by award-winning customer service. We're your shield. We're your shelter. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
See Shelter agents Lawrence Forrester or Bo Beavis in Cabot or Candace Alford in Gravel Ridge today.
Tune in every Monday night at 7 for the Coach Calipari Show. Coach will break down each game and talk strategy. And it's all brought to you by Chris Crane Dodge Jeep Ram and the Big Lot in Benton.
Game time or play time. We're here all the time.
I wish you had more time.
103.7 The Buzz, KABZ, Little Rock. Buzz News with KARK's Gary Burton Jr.
The Arkansas Martin Luther King Jr. Commission is being honored in Atlanta, Georgia next week. The group is receiving the Beloved Community Award during an award ceremony next Saturday. Civil rights icon and poet Dr. Maya Angelou is the only other Arkansas winner. This year's award will be presented by Dr. King's daughters. And the Arkansas Travelers is hosting a two-day job fair next week. The team's seasonal job fair is next Thursday and Saturday at Dickey-Stevens Park. The part-time positions available include ushers, team store associates, bat boys, kitchen staff, and more. You'll be able to do an interview for the job you would like on both days. The time for Thursday is 4 to 6 p.m. and 9 to 11 a.m. on Saturday. You can learn more information about the event on the Travelers Facebook page. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm KARK's Gary Burton Jr.
Are you still on the sidelines? Then it's time you suit up and get in the game. Download Arkansas's favorite sports wagering app, Bet Saracen, today.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with KARK's Pat Walker.
A 50% chance of light rain showers today, but warm and windy. A high of 72, south winds up to 25 miles per hour with gusts of 30 and more. Tonight, a 40% chance of rain showers, a low of 58. Tomorrow, a 40% chance of showers, but tomorrow night, some thunderstorms. With the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Pat Walker.
Are you hungry? Something new, $25, all you can eat, sushi rolls, soup, salad, Benihana rice. Come at Benihana's Monday through Thursday.
There's only one dealer who gives you the convenience of 16 locations with 7 brands, over 5,000 new and pre-owned vehicles to shop. I'm, of course, talking about Crane Automotive Team. The Crane Team backs every vehicle with the Crane commitment, including a love it or leave it exchange policy and a 100,000-mile warranty. If your vehicle doesn't have the Crane Team Automotive Team sticker on the back, then you probably paid too much. Visit one of their 16 locations today or online at craneteam.com.
Ray Tucker with good news for enthusiasts of Triumph motorcycles. Honda of North Little Rock now carries the legendary classics and cutting-edge rides. We have the Bonneville Bobber, Daytona 600, the TF450X, the Stunning Ever Special Edition, and the Rocket 3 Evel Knievel. You get the idea. Come see us at Honda of North Little Rock, your family fun headquarters.
For 55 years, you've trusted Sigma Supply for all your packaging and shipping needs. And now, as part of Brady Plus, they've got even more to offer. From janitorial supplies, facility supplies, and food service disposables, Sigma Supply has you covered. Ordering is a breeze with over 50,000 new products online at SigmaSupply.com. Call or text sales manager David Breitenberg at 501-617-4600 and ask for the Buzz discount now because it's there. And remember, if you're not using Sigma Supply that is now part of Brady Plus, you've got low-grade product, man.
It's really been amazing, the amount of people that I've had contact me, and the talk is generally centered around QC Kinetics, and whether it's a knee, whether it's a back, a hip, shoulder.
He's always happy to talk about how QC Kinetics all-natural regenerative treatments finally gave him relief without surgery. That's former pro football player Bobby Carpenter.
My message to them is do not wait and push off a week, a month, whatever it is. So if you want to feel better this summer, now would be the time to get in. If you want to feel better in the fall, make sure that you're getting in here so you can go out and play golf and do the things that you love and enjoy. enjoy.
Spoken by a man who experienced relief firsthand. QC Kinetics gave this former pro athlete back his mobility, his activity, and they'll do the same for you.
Has really helped me in just my general quality of life.
Don't wait. Call QC Kinetics for your free consultation today. QC Kinetics.
Call QC Kinetics, 501-214-5880. That's 501-214-5880. 501-214-5880.
Is your yard ready for whatever Mother Nature throws your way? At Acadi's Touch Landscaping, we make sure it is. Whether it's weatherizing your flower beds for the seasons ahead, building strong retaining walls to prevent erosion, or installing French drains to keep water where it belongs, we've got you covered. And when it's time to elevate your outdoor space, we build custom decks perfect for relaxing or entertaining. Call 501-794-2770 to transform your yard into a space you love, rain or shine. Acadi's Touch Landscaping, 501-794-2770, where we bring the green to your life.
Serious injuries happen every day.
If it happens to you, don't wait. Dial 8.
Dial 8 for Rainwater, Holton, Sexton.
888-8888.
Anywhere in the state, dial 8.
We've got you covered, Arkansas. Responsible attorneys Michael Rainwater and Bob Sexton.
This is David Basil for my bank, Simmons Bank. I love the fact that Simmons Bank started in Pine Bluff way back in 1903 with a little over $3,000 in deposits, and over the last 122 years, they've grown to 6 states, 200 locations, and $27 billion in assets. But the best thing is, they've never forgotten where home is. They're committed to helping Arkansans reach their dreams. Whether it's a home loan or money for home improvements, Simmons Bank wants to help. They can turn the equity in your home into a line of credit or help take your business to the next level. Just start by going online and opening an account at SimmonsBank.com. It's that simple. And if you haven't noticed, Simmons Bank is in the community because they live where you live. Simmons Bank Arena in North Little Rock, Simmons Bank Field at War Memorial Stadium, and Simmons Bank Field and Pavilions at UAPB. Just some of the venues that Simmons Bank supports. And congrats to Simmons for hosting the second Simmons Bank Championship presented by Stevens at Pleasant Valley Country Club. Another outstanding job. Well done. And if you haven't noticed, I am proud to call Simmons Bank my bank.
Fence Brokers presents Razorback Graffiti every Monday with Morning Mayhem. One sentence to let the guys know how you feel about the Razorbacks from Fence Brokers, going the extra mile.
You're in the zone, coming to you live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs Studio. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only casino resort. Now, here's Justin Acri and DJ Williams on the Buzz Radio Network.
This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, 100% reason to remember the name. Like, he doesn't need his name up in lights, he just wants to be heard, whether it's the beat of the mic. Feels so unlike everybody else, alone, in spite of the fact that some people still think that they know, but no, he knows the code. It's not about the salary, it's all about
The Red White Report is brought to you by Ortho Now, your walk-in solution for orthopedic care at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health.
Anytime you win on the road and the team gets you and you have a will to win, it's good for you because it shows you, look, teams are going to come back and they're going to make a run, then you got to make a run. Then you got to make your free throws and you got to be strong with the ball. So, no, it's good. And, you know, being a team like this in this league and knowing, okay, you won a road game, now we got another road game. And now we're fogged in. Who knows? We may go straight from here to Auburn. I don't even know. So, doesn't get any easier.
All right, that is Cal talking about post-game challenges, but the game itself, no problem for Arkansas as they get the win on the road last night at Ole Miss, 94-87. I assume they did not go directly to Auburn, but I don't know. Arkansas ends up shooting really well for the game, 10 of 24 from 3, 42%, 52% from the floor. Did not play great defensively, almost 60% shooting by Ole Miss in the second half, but they do get the victory and improved to 2-0 in conference play. 12-3 overall. 26 points for Darius Acuff Jr., who was having just a phenomenal season so far. 9 assists, a couple of steals for him as well. 18 for Trevin Brazil, who was fantastic from outside, 4 of 5 as part of that 10 of 24 3-point shooting performance. Carter Knox in double figures, 10 and 6 rebounds, 13 points for Malik Thomas on a 2 of 6 3-point shooting night. And 13 for Billy Richmond, the third, with 6 rebounds. So very active for Billy Goat last night, 24 minutes off the bench. Next up, Auburn, as you just heard Coach allude to, and we'll see how that goes. Tonight you get Arkansas's women taking on South Carolina. This is what we call out of the frying pan into the fire. And it's going to be a tall order, I would assume, for them against the South Carolina team that's third in the country, 15-1 and undefeated in conference play. 6:30 tonight. Matt Zimmerman will be on the color analysis on SEC Network Plus, along with Brett Dolan on play-by-play. Let's keep it rolling. We got a few other things we got to mention here. Give me some more music. Play that funky music, white boy. Gabe Gackle getting some honors, and it looks like Gabe's going to return and do another year with us, guys. Very excited about that. I hope it works out. He and Micah New named to the preseason All-America teams. Released Wednesday by Perfect Game. Gackle, 19 games last year, 4-2, 4.42 ERA, and big things expected from him. So excited about that, and hopefully he is going to be able to join us. That's the plan, at least, at this point. We'll update you if something changes. Maybe a sponsorship opportunity for someone out there if our sponsor from last year doesn't come out. And there may be another player that joins us in the zone this season, but I don't want to let the cat out of the bag just yet. And last but not least, we've got gymnastics returning this week. And yesterday, Jordan Weaver met with the media and talked about her goals, or some of her goals, for the upcoming season as they open up this Friday night.
I mean, first and foremost, I'd say winning the meet, but more than that, just hitting 24 for 24 strong routines. I mean, I'm not expecting perfection on this first weekend. I'm not expecting us to be at our best yet. I mean, that would be way too early. So to have a strong start, hitting every routine, knowing obviously there's going to be a few things that we'll need to clean up as the season goes on. That's expected. But hitting all those routines would be my expectation, and definitely something they're capable of doing. And just an overall confidence, like being able to start strong and not show any fear in their performances. That's something we've talked a lot about as we've gone into inter squads and training this preseason, is how do we make our desire to succeed greater than our fear of failure. So that's something we've really dialed in on, and I'm hoping I can see that in just their performances and their attitudes this weekend at Minnesota.
Okay, there you go. Let's talk a little more Razorbacks with Quinn Grovey.
1, 2, get down.
It's time to get down with Quinn Grovey. The current Arkansas football color commentator and former Razorback quarterback legend joins the show to give us his expertise on football each week.
Takes it, cuts inside to the 10 to the 5, he'll score. Touchdown. Quinn Grovey, showing the great athletic ability, did it his way.
Quinn Grovey is brought to you by Conway Wealth Management. Planning today for tomorrow. Go to ConwayWealthManagement.com for more info.
Quinn, welcome in on a portal busy Thursday. How are you?
Man, it's been crazy. I'm good. I'm doing good, man. I got a chance to spend some time with Coach Silverfield yesterday, and he's all over it. I mean, he is really trying to make an impact. And then this morning, I heard you talk a little bit about baseball, so we got a chance to do a little baseball car wash with some of the guys for the Razorback Daily. So we got a chance to talk to Cam Kojo and Nolan Souza and Koia Aloy and Micah New. You're going to like Micah New, man. This guy is something else. He is a very active guy, very confident guy who goes by the nickname The Truth. So looking forward to this baseball season. That's right.
We were talking nicknames yesterday about defensive players for Arkansas, and Dirt Winston was mentioned, obviously Batman Carroll. Oh, yeah. Any others that stood out when you were playing on either side of the ball?
Let's see. Man, you caught me off guard with that one. I mean, Dirt is classic. Dirt is classic. He is classic with that. He is classic, but I'm sure there's some other ones out there. But the thing about it is you can't give yourself a nickname. You may want to give yourself a nickname, but somebody else has got to give it to you, and I think that's how all those took place.
Tell that to LeBron. I guess you'd have to be called Turf Winston or like Rubber Pellet Winston nowadays with all the turf that's out there. So I don't know, but good win for the basketball team last night. Excited about what's happening with them, and again, I'm not a big dance on someone else's grave guy, But it did piss me off real bad the way that a lot of the Kentucky fans treated John Calipari. And it's not like just a couple of select knuckleheads. I think there was a decent portion of that fan base. And I realize over time there's always going to be a little bit of disillusionment with a certain percentage of the fan base. But the way they treated the man like he was some kind of pariah as they were celebrating his way out of town, this is what you get. Play the song Karma Police and listen to it on repeat, suckers, because this is what you get, Kentucky. But anyway, I said I'm not going to dance on their grave, but I may take a leak on it, okay? Let's go, Hogs, and down with Kentucky. That's what you get.
Well, they're struggling. I mean, they lost to Missouri at home, and Missouri went into that game, I think, 0-8 or 0-9 versus Kentucky at Rupp. And for them to lose like that, I mean, they've got problems. Mark Pope, hey, look, they'll get rid of a lovely son of the program quickly if things don't go right. But, Coach Cal has found new life over here, and he's making things happen. And I love this basketball team. I just love the fact that somebody's going to step up. And when you look at, Darius Acup, that's a guy that's always going to be very, very consistent. He's going to give you points. He's going to give you assists. He's going to give you control. I love all that. And then when you got, Trevin and Carter and all those guys, somebody is going to step up. And I love how Cal is saying, hey, if you want to play more, you got to play good. And if you're not playing well, somebody else is going to be willing to do that. The good thing about it is anytime somebody's not been playing up to their capability, somebody else has been able to pick up the slack. And I love what this basketball team is doing. I was really surprised about how they were so lowly rated in the preseason. I was just like, this has got to be something against Cal. It's got to be something. But at the end of the day, when you look at the number of guys that are returning plus the guys that are coming in, I just saw too much talent. And so I think they'll be able to run through this SEC. I think they're by far the favorite, and hopefully they'll be able to cash it in.
I hope so, too. We were talking about Vanderbilt earlier, too, and it might be the real deal. It was a good win for them last night over Alabama. But, yeah, the race in the SEC. And they were talking about I don't know if it was the Arkansas broadcast or the Vanderbilt broadcast because I was watching both. But they were talking about how, people want to write off the SEC this year, but there still may be 7, 8 teams that get in, maybe 9 or 10. We'll see. But I guess we'll see what the rest of the season plays out to be. But a lot of people want to discount that, that last year could never be met again. And it may not be quite that, but we'll see what happens. So let's get back to the portal. I know DJ has been keeping a close eye on it, and he talked to Coach Silverfield, and he's excited about it. And, today Arkansas brings in this defensive back from Maryland, Quinn, as a latest example of a guy that a lot of people wanted, and we've been waiting for that wow factor moment. I don't know if this is it, but I think they're building this thing right. They're focusing, it looks like, on defense and linemen, and, I don't know if there's a sexy quarterback pick that's going to light the world on fire or maybe a running back that everybody in the world wanted, but, boy, I like what they're doing as far as the areas they're targeting specifically to position.
Yeah, they're doing a good job with that, and Coach Silverfield is definitely focused in on that defensive aspect of it. I mean, he wants to be able to put a defense out there that's going to be very aggressive, and you got the quarterback from Memphis and A.J. Hill, but I think K.J. Jackson is a guy that they'll bring people in to compete with him, but I think K.J. is your guy, and I feel like offensively you'll be able to have some explosion on that side of the football. You still got to continue to find a way to get you a running back. I mean, you lose a guy like Mike Washington. That guy was special. And so, you got Rodney Hill that's leaving as well. And so you hope you get a running back that can really, carry the load. You got Sutton Smith that came from Memphis who gave us a problem as well. So you got guys that can really come in and understand the offense and help guys learn what they need to do. I'm excited about that, but I'm glad that he's really taken a focal point on the defensive side of the football. You just got to find a way to come up with what stops and give your offense the football back, and we just weren't able to do that. I mean, getting a stop, getting a 3 and out, it was very difficult for us to do last year, but I just think you can be able to make that happen a little bit more next year.
Quinn Grovey joining us on the Jim's Razorback Pizza Hotline. He is brought to you by our friends at Conway Wealth, and convincing the fan base, Quinn, is one thing, and I think they're dying to be encouraged and to be optimistic. Convincing DJ Williams is a different animal now.
Oh, my gosh.
So, DJ, let's do a point-counterpoint. Tell Quinn your thoughts on what's happening in the portal so far, because I know you've been breaking down tape, and Quinn can be objective, too, even though he's more of a Razorback fan maybe than you are. You're just Mr. Media objective guy now.
Oh, yeah.
So give it to him, Deej. What you got?
I'm going to be a whole lot more objective than DJ. I'm going to be a whole lot more
you are? Okay. All right, let's go.
No, I just think the buzz right now I think it is placed right because we're addressing the areas of concern, okay? And I see a lot of stuff coming out, how well Arkansas is doing in the portal, how much better they're doing. They're ranking 12th in the country, I think 3rd in the SEC. But as these guys come in, Quinn, I just kind of do a little bit more homework and then just saying, okay, we got a 4-star in. Well, let me see what that looks like first, because who's rating these guys? I don't know. I'll base this off the approach of Shaq McCoy. I think we were all up in arms. Everybody was all pumped up. Everybody was excited. They thought we just crushed it in the portal. There goes our big tackle if we want to address our issues on the offensive line. But then you turn on the tape, and I just didn't see it. Now, I've watched tape on a few of these guys right now. I think Razorback fans do have reason to be excited. I just think it's they're putting a little bit too much on it, saying we're crushing it right now. And so as far as that wow guy, I think the name that pops off the list the most would be that linebacker coming from North Carolina, Kamori House. I think he's special. I think he's talented. But I don't think he's going to be the guy that's going to come in and make an immediate impact. I think he's a little undersized. He is athletic. He is fast. He had a lot of tackles. But when you look at a team like North Carolina, who's on the field a lot defensively, it just makes sense. It adds up. I've seen some areas in the run game he struggles. Now, he's very athletic. He can guard your tight ends. He can guard your running backs out of the backfield. But impact player, I've yet to see. I've looked at film at a couple other guys, our defensive lineman coming in from Virginia. I think he'll be a good guy who can be in the rotation, but I don't think he solves our defensive line issues. So when it comes to that wow guy, I don't even think we've come close to it yet. And that puts me in this aspect of I don't know if Arkansas is in a position to attract those type of guys, even though we got this money, because nationally, a lot of these wow guys, they look at Arkansas like, why the hell would I go to Arkansas? They were 2-10 last year. And so I'm kind of waiting to see what happens with the rest of the portal. I'm waiting to see actually them on the field in spring to give an honest opinion. But right now, I have not been blown away.
Well, I think that, you're kind of like me when it comes to the recruiting class. I want to be able to see people in person. I want to be able to see them compete and play against guys on that level. You can look at a lot of tape of where they came from and all that. So I get that. And anytime we talk about a recruiting star or service or whatever, I'm with you. I don't know who's rating them. I don't know if they've ever played. I don't even know if they know what they're looking at, all that. And so I'm more of all about when you get on campus, let's see how you perform. And so, obviously these coaches believe that these guys, especially being a part of their first recruiting class, are going to help them win. So I'm going to give Coach Silverfield the opportunity to do all that and see what takes place and see if he can continue to move those guys forward. But again, I never, ever really comment on people from high school or transfers or whatever until I've actually seen them actually compete at this level. So I don't think you're wrong by saying that you want to watch that tape. And I think that's a fair assessment. I'm cool with that as well.
See, it's not that bad, Justin. And this is where I don't want people to confuse with what I'm saying. I do think they are doing a good job, like we said, addressing the issues. But I don't want us to be in the position we were in last year, now setting all these new expectations heading in. Okay, we got all the guys. We were top 5 in the portal. Here come 8-9 wins next year, And so it's just I think we are in a big building phase, and it's going to take some time because even these guys that are coming in my opinion, they still need a lot of developing. They really do. But I do think they have the canvas, they have the tools, and I guess we're really going to see how good these coaches are because the good example that I saw is the guy coming in from Virginia. He lacks technique. He plays with high pad level. All these things, in my opinion, are coachable, but he can get it done because he has shown glimpses. Quincy Rhodes was the example I used with him. 2 years ago, Quincy would show a flash every once in a while, like, wow, that was amazing. Yeah. He looks like one of the best D linemen in the country. But then he would flip that switch off, and it's just like, what are we doing out there? Then you get a Quincy Rhodes who's more mature, had some great coaching, pushed in the right direction. Now he's more consistent. So I think we're really going to see if we made the right choice when it comes to the coaching aspect of this team.
Well, I wouldn't argue with anything you're saying. I mean, I think you're breaking it down from an assessment standpoint, and everybody's going to have their thought process on what takes place. I mean, we're not going to solve any problems today, but based off of what you have in the can and what you've seen, I think everybody's going to really try to formulate their own opinions. I just, like I said, I'm kind of like you. I'd like to see all the guys get on campus and see how Coach really molds those guys and see how they really take as an Arkansas Razorback.
Quinn, we're going to play a college football playoff game tonight, and it's funny. I'm in a text chain with my dad, my uncle, my brother, and my dad's like, "Oh, game day starts tonight at 5, whatever." My brother's like, "Oh my God, I forgot there was a playoff game tonight." I don't like the schedule. They've got to fix it. Hopefully, that's something that changes next year. But we do have 2 really interesting games here. And Miami is sort of a darling because, I mean, for Hunter Yurachek, man, listen, those guys took their lumps on, whether it was the playoff show or some of the playoff decisions. But they're looking like geniuses now, put Miami in this thing since they advanced in a couple of upsets. And then, of course, you got the Ole Miss story, and we all know that one all too well. So what do you think about tonight and how this matchup works?
Oh, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. I think Miami has done that committee a whole lot of favors, like you talked about, beating A&M and Ohio State. And because, Notre Dame and all those folks, they were really upset about what was taking place, and they seemed to calm down just a little bit. But, looking at this football game, I mean, Miami's defensive front is so nasty. I mean, Ruben Bain, he looks like RoboCop with that little brace on his elbow. He really tries to get after you defensively. But Trinidad Chambliss, I've said it time and time again. I don't understand how a guy like Julian Sayin has gone to the Heisman Trophy ceremony playing at Ohio State when you got that guy like Trinidad Chambliss that his numbers are comparable to Jaden Daniels when he won the Heisman at LSU. And so for me, he's just kind of flown under the radar. I think he's one of the most dynamic guys. Hopefully he can keep it going. I mean, he's done something from a stand-up standpoint. He said, "I'm going to stay at Ole Miss if I get that extra year." And so he's really trying to do the right things. But when looking at this football game, it's going to come down to, can Trinidad Chambliss find a way to make plays against Miami's pressure? If he can find a way to keep plays alive and use his legs, Trinidad Chambliss will be the difference maker because I think he's the most dynamic guy left from a quarterback perspective in the college football playoff. He's going to have to find a way to get Keywan Lacey involved as well at the running back. But I just think Ole Miss has too much speed on the outside. I think they beat Miami, even though Miami is going to be very, very aggressive defensively. I think they win the football game and then they move on and Lane Kiffin's just going to continue to be sick about saying, "Hey, I got to go to LSU and win me a championship," when the guys I just left are going to win one.
I don't know that they're going to beat Indiana, but who knows? We'll see. But, yeah, and the thing is, I don't think he's probably sick about it because he keeps getting a check every time they do something good.
Oh, well, yeah, but he likes the attention. He likes the attention. And by the way, Oregon's going to beat Indiana. There's no way that Dan Lanning is going to let that take place again. So I can't see it.
Do you think it'll make much of an impact now that these assistant coaches aren't going to be able to coach in the semifinals for Ole Miss?
Man, that's a huge cluster, man. That is a bad deal. I mean, it's just too much stuff you got to worry about. And it's easy to hold on to that as an excuse when things start going bad. If things go bad, it's easy to hold on to that as an excuse. So it's a problem. It's a distraction. I mean, you know how it is. I mean, you've been in those meeting rooms and you don't have your coach and you don't have this and you don't have that. And all right, am I getting recruited? I mean, there's so many emotions. I mean, you're dealing with a ex-girlfriend and ex-wife kind of situation right there. That's just it's a bad deal.
So you're saying are you saying you like Oregon to win the game? Or what are you saying?
Oh, yeah.
Win the game. Win the game. Win the game.
Man.
That's exactly what I'm saying. There's no way Dan Lanning is going to let that take place. Now, I will say that Indiana went out there and absolutely beat up on Oregon in Autzen Stadium, which is very difficult to do. Dan Lanning is a big game coach. I know Kurt Cinetti is really, really fantastic at what he does. But I'm telling you right now, Oregon is not going to allow that to happen again.
Okay.
But if you lose the bet, don't call me. Don't at me. Don't nothing.
It's the line moved to 4 in favor of Indiana. So if you want to take even Oregon losing by a field goal, we still come out okay. But you are in the minority, Quinn, like in Oregon here, I think. So we'll see.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Well, listen,
I like them.
I like you, and I appreciate your time, and we will talk to you next week either way. Right or wrong.
All right, fellas.
All right, buddy. Thank you,
All
bro.
right, take care, man.
All right,
All right,
that is
see you.
Quinn
Bye.
Grovey. All right, next time Quinn's in town, we got to get him over to Cash. That's where I'm headed when I get back in town. Cannot wait to go smash some dinner over there. May or may not have a surprise birthday coming up there soon for a friend of mine, but I can't say anything else because I don't want to spill the beans. What I do want to do is eat the food at Cash, and there may be some beans in there. I will not spill them. I will eat every morsel because everything at Cash is fantastic. For lunch and for dinner, sandwiches, wraps, and pizzas, salads and soups, you betcha. But if you want a steak or a scallop that's good or better than anything else you're going to find anywhere in the nation, Cash in downtown is an absolute dream come true for those of you who enjoy fine dining. But if you're looking for a good place to hang out and have a cocktail in a great atmosphere, shoot, you're not going to do any better than Cash either. Go to their website, cashlittlerock.com, and if you want to book a special event, like a surprise birthday party, like an engagement party, like a client outing, or just go do something nice for your employees, get a little gathering together over at Cash. 501-850-0265. Atmosphere, food, drinks, service, and free valet parking as well in the evening time. You cannot go wrong. It is at Cash in downtown. We're going to talk some NFL on the other side, and we have been neglecting callers, and so I apologize to those of you who have called in today. We've been super busy. And Jamie and Atkins have been hanging. So, Jamie, we'll get to you out of the break as well. Stick around. You're in the zone. It's 11:29 on a fantastic Thursday. Much more coming up.
This is SportsCenter.
Arkansas went on the road and took down Ole Miss 94-87, surviving a late surge from the Rebels. They were led by freshman guard Darius Acup Jr., who had 26 points and 9 assists on an off shooting night, going 7 of 18. The Razorbacks are now 2-0 in conference play. They'll take on Auburn on the road Saturday. Arkansas State beat Troy 86-74. They were led by Christian Harmon, who had 18 points. They'll face Texas State on Saturday. Today in college basketball, the Little Rock men and women will have a doubleheader against Southern Illinois University Edwardsville. The women's game is at 5, with the men following it at 7:30. Both games will be on ESPN Plus and 106.7 Buzz 2. The Central Arkansas men will face Bellarmine on the road at 6 on ESPN Plus, and the Arkansas women host number 3 South Carolina at 6:30 on SEC Network Plus. I'm Christian Weaver with the Buzz Radio Network.
Arkansas Advocates for Children and Families presents Central Arkansas Soup Sunday, March 1st at 3:30 at the Jack Stevens Center at UA Little Rock. Arkansas Advocates works for an Arkansas where every child and family has every opportunity for success. Central Arkansas Soup Sunday, benefiting Arkansas Advocates for Children and Families, March 1st at 3:30. Tickets are available at aradvocates.org and at the door.
Superstars Joe Klein and Pat Bradley for Arkansas's #1 sports app, Bet Saracen.
Joe, you know the main difference between Bet Saracen and those other guys?
Definitely. Easier to navigate. Always good parlays. Plus lots of fun choices. Like ping pong. Right there on the app.
But the real difference are those special promos.
Brand new players get a 100% profit boost just for downloading the Bet Saracen app.
Gambling problem? Call 800-GAMBLER.
This is Justin Acri. If hand or wrist pain is getting in the way of your daily life, it's time to see the specialists at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. Their fellowship-trained hand and wrist surgeons treat everything from arthritis and fractures to nerve injuries and carpal tunnel. And with Arkansas's only hand trauma telemedicine program, advanced care is available around the clock. Call Ortho at 501-686-TOSH to schedule your appointment today and get back to living pain-free. That's 501-686-8674. The doctor will see you now.
Jason Aldean, Full Throttle Tour 2026, powered by Patriot Mobile. When the lights come on. January 15th, Simmons Bank Arena. With Nate Smith. You set my world on fire. And Laney Gardner. Jason Aldean, on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Jason Aldean Live.
Happening now at Lazy Boy of Little Rock, the inventory overstock and 2 great chairs event. A chair for you and a chair for you. 2. Save big with up to 50% off store-wide. And don't miss grabbing 2 comfortable select chairs at one low price. You serious, Clark? Recliners, sofas, comfort has never been more affordable. Get to Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor, Shackelford Galleries of Little Rock. Long live the lazy.
Welcome back in the zone. If you like the sound of our voices, you should see our faces. Check our live stream on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, or Twitch. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back in. Tell you about my friends at 11121 Rodney Parham Road, Jones & Son. Of course, I'm talking about. Same location for over 30 years. Repeat customers coming in and out that door every single day because they've been taking care of their people, treating them right. So what do we got over there? Some of the best jewelry you're going to find. I'll take that back. The best jewelry you're going to find, especially when it comes to the top brands in the business. They got them all. Michael M. Vahan, Viraggio. Cool thing about it, best price match guarantee. They're going to promise you won't find a better price than at Jones & Son. Don't even waste your time. Just go ahead and stop by, and they're going to take care of you. Great financing options as well. Now, when it comes to that rock, that diamond, what are we working with over there? Well, you're going to get the best quality rock at a fraction of the price. I know, what's the catch, right? Well, they're a direct diamond importer, which means they set their own prices. They don't have to worry about what the competition is doing. All they're worried about are their clientele. And that's why they keep getting those repeat customers. So head on over to Jones & Son, 11121 Rodney Parham Road.
I've been trying to get in for a minute now. Jamie, I apologize. Busy day. How are you?
I'm great, guys. Hey, I know my man DJ is going to have some money on Ole Miss tonight. No doubt about that. If he didn't have a girlfriend right now, he'd probably be married to Ole Miss. But, guys, I put out a post after the last game, our home game, as far as the basketball. I was kind of questioning our shooting. But last night, I was very impressed because a good sign of a good shooting team is that they take it on the road. And I was very impressed with their shooting last night. Very surprised. So I got one more thing, guys. I think Oaklawn has kind of missed out on a prop bet here. So, Acri, I don't know if you've got any pull with this or not. But, you know, we need to have a prop bet on how many lines of Coke that Michael Irvin's going to do before the game tonight. You know, we need an over-under on this.
On how many lines of Coke? Who's going to do what?
How many lines of Coke Michael Irvin's going to do before the game tonight?
Listen, Michael Irvin's high on life, man. Let's go. Come on, get it together.
3.5.
Check. Oh, come on, guys. Button up. Button up, fellas.
Hey, guys. Hey, if they win tonight, he may rip some dude's head off out of the stands or something. I don't know what he's going to do, but
well, he doesn't either. He doesn't either.
All right, guys.
All right, Jamie, I'm so glad we got your call in. I really am. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. If you want to join us today, talk about anybody doing drugs on the sideline of any football game, 501-661-1037. Or don't. All right, let's talk some NFL, guys. We've got great matchups all over the place. I am looking forward to. What game are you guys most looking forward to this weekend?
Ole Miss.
NFL.
Oh, NFL? Packers-Bears.
Packers-Bears.
Yeah.
Packers-Bears. I love that. Good answer, fellas. I did see, and I don't know if it's true or not, I saw that Malik Willis may not be available. So if something happens to Jordan Love, look out. I don't know who their third quarterback is, but
it don't matter.
We saw him the other day. I think because Willis went down, I think, for a series a while back here, a couple games ago when Love was out. But are you saying Love's going to play the whole game?
No, I'm saying if you're down to your third string, it doesn't matter who it is.
That's a great point, Christian. That's a valid point. Very fair, very fair. All right, so let's get into it here. We've got a few sound bites of a few of these games. The Rams, an intriguing one. They got to go on the road this week, though. Puka Nacua has been phenomenal. His quarterback's likely going to be the MVP, and he's a big part of it. Here he is on his opportunity with the Rams. And by the way, we got to get this dude paid because he ain't making anywhere near the kind of money he's due off of his rookie deal. So I know he's about to make a whole bunch of money, and I'd like to see him stick around with the Rams. We'll see.
I think I've
it's something that Coach preaches all the time, but the totally and completely present. I feel like there was a moment of excitement to finish off the regular season, right? But also the moment of realization that this is an opportunity that in front of us that we feel like we have the pen in our hand. We have the opportunity to write our own story. And it started Sunday after that game when we had our final break, and we congratulated Coach on his 100th win and said, hey, we're going to look for more.
That is the first game on Saturday, 3:30 on Fox. Rams at Panthers, and everybody all over the Rams. Now, if you think they're going to cover, that's one discussion, and I think most everybody thinks they're going to win the game. Most of us will be very surprised, but we'll see. We also have, nothing on the Packers and Bears game here today, I don't think. Doesn't look like it. Nope. All right, that's okay. Packers and Bears, the evening game. It's on Amazon Prime, so for those of you who don't have that, or if you want to watch it, I'm sure if you go to a local watering hole, they'll probably have it. And a lot of our friends will be sharing that at their local establishments. On Sunday, the early game, Bills and Jags. And this is as intriguing a game, I think, as just about any of them this weekend. This one has moved from Buffalo being slightly favored to a pick'em. Jags getting a little bit of backing from the local public or the national public. And Liam Cohen, pretty wild story. First year as head coach and leading the Jags into the playoffs. And they get a home game against the Bills team that a lot of people thought would be there at the end of the season. We'll see. They got to get through Jacksonville first. This game kicks at noon on CBS.
I think you try not to put too many expectations on it when you take the job. Like, I didn't sit here saying, I hope we win 8 or I hope we win 10 or, I didn't put many of those, labels on the job. When you get it, you're really just hoping to improve and to help players improve. You're hoping to obviously continue to elevate the standard and raise the bar. To say I assumed we would win 13 games when I took the job, I can't say that. But I think that I guess you could say we've I'm not going to say overachieved, but I think you can say that we've probably gotten a lot better in some ways. And so that you say, yeah, you've helped. You've done what you wanted to do, which was get better, which was improve, which was, help individual players reach their potentials, right? Those are the goals that you have. And so I guess you could say we've reached some of those goals for sure.
Now, for Josh Allen, what have you been doing? This is not the season a lot of people thought the Bills would have. And it's funny, guys, how good is your organization? How good are you as a quarterback? When you go 12-5 and people say, wasn't a very good year for you guys. Well, guess what? The whole narrative changes if you go on the road and beat the Jaguars this week. Josh Allen on what he's been doing to get ready for this one.
You have a more – I wouldn't say I prepare any differently. I wouldn't say I take the game any differently. I think that maybe there's an emphasis on each drive a little more, and just knowing that every single drive matters in the playoffs, especially when you're going against good teams and good quarterbacks like we're going against this week. Points are at a premium. Being okay with living in, taking some easy ones. Joe kind of had me self-scout myself throughout the year this last week, and I came away obviously just God, there's so much out there that I've missed, right? Whether it's getting a little lazy with my feet and not taking a check down and maybe instead trying to force something downfield, or throwing the ball away and not taking sacks and allowing us to be in field goal range. And, there's still so much room to improve. And I think I just have this extra emphasis, like I said, on points are at a premium in the playoffs and just trying to do everything I can to give us points.
It's a good way to go. Yeah, points are important. Chargers and Patriots in the middle of the day on Sunday, and then the evening game on Sunday. And then we've also got the 49ers and the Eagles, another game that's kind of intriguing here. I think 49ers defense is a little suspect. Coach Kelly's got some significant concerns about them having a shot to go over and win in Philadelphia. Again, inclement weather expected on the East Coast for these games this weekend, if you like to factor that in, if you're one that likes to wager on these games. Jalen Hurts has been there, done that, and here he is on his performance in the postseason.
Some things are in you. Every year is different, but it's always the same goal. And, if you don't have that mentality, then, you're not in the right place ultimately. And so I know that's something that he's adamant on, and I feel very strongly about that as well. It's just coming in, treating every year as his own year, but also knowing exactly what we're playing for, and that's the collective of winning and putting ourselves in positions to play for championships.
Mike Tomlin, the Steelers, hosting the Texans this Monday night coming up. And Texans have been red hot, 9 wins in a row. And their last loss was to the Broncos by 3 points. So playing great down the stretch, but they do have to go on the road. Mike Tomlin was asked on a radio show this week about John Harbaugh being fired. This is a super long bite, so we're just going to play just a little bit of this and get his initial reaction to a guy that he's faced for. How many years has Harbaugh been there? 18?
18.
It was 18, yeah.
And how long has Tomlin been at Pittsburgh as a head coach?
Since 06, I think. Because
Okay, so about
Cowher
20
won
years.
in 05, I believe, and then he took over.
So they faced each other obviously a lot over the years. Here's Tomlin on Harbaugh's firing, because let's be honest, if that kick goes through, could have easily been the other way around.
I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you about the news involving John Harbaugh, Coach. Obviously a guy that you took on multiple times, including this past Sunday night, and is almost as tenured as you are in your job as he was, past tense now in his. What's your opinion upon hearing that news?
You know, first, I just have so much respect for Harbs. You know, our stories will forever be, you know, interwoven. This rivalry that we've been fortunate and honored enough to be a part of. I just got so much respect for him and how he's gone about his business. And we've certainly had some legendary battles over the years. You know, in terms of him being let go, unfortunately, I just think it's a component of today's sport culture. And so, you know, there have been many examples of that. And so it's unfortunate, but I'm sure that he is going to move on. And if he chooses to coach again, I'm sure he will. And I'm sure he'll be very successful at doing so. But more than anything, I just think it's, you know, a larger example of today's sport culture in terms of, you know, not a lot of patience in the entertainment component of what it is that we do. There's just not a lot of longevity. You know, I'm sure we all would like to be Don Shula and Tom Landry, but I think those days are gone.
Well, I mean, you are
okay. That's good. I think he's been given plenty of time. He's been there for almost 2 decades.
Yeah.
And I think, again, it's not that he didn't win. He won a Super Bowl, but it's the fact that you haven't done a lot in the postseason with Lamar Jackson. And part of the deal this year was you didn't put yourself in a great position because Jackson was hurt. That's not his fault. And it changes things significantly for anybody who doesn't have their starting quarterback through the year. So, but I think it's probably fine. And after a certain amount of time, not to say that. Now, here's the biggest thing is, are you going to get somebody who is going to be an improvement, right? Because sometimes we change just to change. And ask Kentucky about how that goes sometimes.
I think Harbaugh and Tomlin were sort of in the same boat a little bit, where they make the playoffs almost every year, but they lose in the first round almost every year. So it eventually comes down to, you know, do we want to just be fine with making the playoffs every single year, or do we want to go further?
Well, that's for me. I'm putting Harbaugh and Tomlin in the same situation of James Franklin at Penn State. I mean, you're going to be competitive each and every year, but how much of that was on James Franklin compared to what you're up against? Sometimes the ball just doesn't bounce your way. In my opinion, it's just I don't know how much. Oh,
and I will say both Harbaugh and Tomlin have won Super Bowls.
Yeah,
it's been a while.
Right. Last thing here is we've been talking about playoff teams that are relevant, teams that are there every year. And then there's the Cowboys. Jerry Jones is the general manager, owner, whatever, of a team that hasn't been relevant for a while. The most wins for an owner in NFL history is 6. And then you got the DeBartolos who've won 5. The Kraft families, obviously, who we're talking about with the 6. So he's sitting at 3. But Jerry Jones has some big goals to achieve before he is done in his role with the Cowboys.
Do it. My goal in life is to retire as the owner that won the most Super Bowls. That's my goal. To be retired in the NFL as the owner that won the most Super Bowls. We've got 3. How many more do I have to go as a single owner? Bob's got how many? 6?
You need 4.
So I've got
work to do.
Got work to do. I got work to do, but at least I'm up to the second rung in the ladder. But my goal is to have retired and won the most Super Bowl as an owner.
Jerry, I'll follow up on that. Would
you ever actually retire?
Well, I'm gonna. I will go down. No, I'm not going to say that. If I'm not going to say
he's a 10-toe high guy.
I'm not going to say that at all. But listen, I don't want to dare the gods. Okay, around here.
Let's go to break.
Ooh,
I don't know what I can add to that.
He's 83.
He's running out of time.
Yeah, if they win one, going back-to-back is real hard. Let's just say he won one every 3 years. That's a dozen years.
He's Clint Eastwood's age at that point.
Pretty cool.
Hey, I won't put anything past billionaires, right?
Hey, money is the ultimate.
Here's the problem,
life
DJ.
extender.
Yeah.
There's no 100,000-aires in the ownership group in the NFL. They're all billionaires.
Yeah.
It doesn't set you apart. You know, we've been talking about Arkansas is getting more money to spend on their team. So's everybody else. That's the problem with Jerry Jones. They're all billionaires, and for some reason, most of them are doing a lot better than the Cowboys are. But, hey, listen, that's a profitable organization, and he's making a lot of money. But if winning is his goal, I don't know what they're doing wrong, but it's certainly something. Anyway, whatever. Best of luck. And I don't like to put anything past Jerry. It'd be a cool story.
I'm just saying, I remember, I like this movie called Prometheus, and the owner of this company, he wanted to talk to, like, the creator, so he extended his life. I feel like this is going to be what Jerry looks like by the time they win.
That he can get in.
They don't have something like that
No.
for Jerry? Well, it's going to be tough, Jerry. It's going to be tough.
How many years does Jerry Jones have to live to get there? 164? I don't know, but if anybody can do it, he's got the money. We got to hit a break. When we come back, we're going to check in with Ken Griffey real quick and get a preview of tomorrow's Marine Expo, which opens at 10 o'clock in the morning. We will be there live and in person. It's going to be a blast. And as we head into the break, I want to tell you about our friends at UAMS. If you are moving your boat around, or maybe you're hooking up your trailer to put your boat on, and you jack up your wrist or your elbow, guess what? I know where to go. Go see our friends at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. Your best choice for expert care. Fractures, carpal tunnel syndrome, nerve injuries, tendon problems, any kind of trauma, you know where to go. They are there to help. Get back to living pain-free now. Not tomorrow, not next week. Go see our friends at UAMS and start getting treatment now. 501-6868-674. 501-686-TOSH is the phone number, and they will take great care of you. They are the best in the business at any kind of orthopedic issue, and certainly they've got the best specialists when it comes to hand trauma and elbows and everything else. So, again, our friends at UAMS Health are here to help. Don't sit around in pain. Go get treated today. We're back after this. We'll check in with Ken, and got a little bit from Pete Golding from Ole Miss.
Oaklawn is here for when you want non-stop racing and non-stop action. The season's back, the weekends are packed, and it's time to plan your visit. The classic racing season kicks off January 30th and runs through May 2nd with exciting weekends, great food and drinks, and the kind of atmosphere you can only find in Hot Springs. It's fast, it's lively, it's time to win. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
We all know how busy our lives can be these days and how important our time and convenience is as well. Edwards Food Giant knows that too, so that's why they're inviting you to take advantage of their Heat and Eat Meal Solutions items in their deli department. Delicious Edwards Food Giant signature dishes, along with a wide choice of entrees and sides, all ready for you to pick up and take home to serve your family tonight. The Heat and Eat Meal Solution is now at your favorite Central Arkansas Edwards Food Giant deli. This week's special is hamburger steak for only $7.49 per pound, with Edwards signature mashed potatoes for $4.49 per pound.
I'm Alan LeVar. For 25 years, my team and I have helped injury victims across Arkansas. This is our home. We don't work for insurance companies, we work for you. Car crash, truck wreck, motorcycle collision. We know how to win, and if you can't come to us, we'll come to you. Your consultation is always free and confidential. Hurt in the car? Call LeVar. Arkansas strong for 25 years and ready when you need us. LeVar Law. Arkansas built, Arkansas trusted.
Burn those holiday calories together. 10 Fitness knows we all enjoyed the holiday treats, but now it's time to get back on track. Don't face the post-holiday sweat season alone. Grab your best friend, burn off the Christmas calories together, and start building momentum for the new year. Because everything is easier with a workout partner. Buy a membership, give a friend 30 days free. Sign up now at 10fitness.com and start sweating.
There's only one dealer who gives you the convenience of 16 locations with 7 brands, over 5,000 new and pre-owned vehicles to shop. I'm, of course, talking about Crane Automotive Team. The Crane Team backs every vehicle with the Crane commitment, including a love it or leave it exchange policy and a 100,000-mile warranty. If your vehicle doesn't have the Crane Team Automotive Team sticker on the back, then you probably pay too much. Visit one of their 16 locations today or online at craneteam.com.
Hey, it's Randy Rainwater from Drive Time Sports. Thursday, Rick Schaefer and I have a great show planned for you. Neil Atkinson from Bet Saracen. Kevin Hoop Scoop McPherson from Hogville.net. Trey Biddy thanks to Chris Crane Hyundai and Genesis of Conway. And the legend, Coach Nolan Richardson, thanks to Arkansas Municipal Equipment. See you Thursday on 103.7 The Buzz.
You're back in the zone with Justin Acri and DJ Williams on the Buzz Radio Network.
We're back. All right, let's head right to the Jim's Razorback Pizza Hotline. Tomorrow it gets underway. Oh, my goodness. We've had some spring-like conditions lately. It probably has people thinking about getting out on the water. And no better way to do that than with a brand-new boat. And I know the place to get the best deal on a brand-new boat, and it is at the Marine Expo. And our man, Ken Griffey, is standing by on the Jim's Razorback Pizza Hotline. Ken, welcome back, and we are looking forward to this. This is sort of a hurdle to clear where we're like, all right, we're finally getting there. I know it's still winter, baby, but you can already start thinking about the sunshine, warm weather, and boating out on the waterways of Arkansas. How are you?
Justin, the boats have been roaring across the state of Arkansas for the past 2 days. They're all coming to downtown Little Rock, the State House Convention Center, for the 44th annual Arkansas Marine Expo. So this is Arkansas's premier boat show, and if you're in the market for a boat this year, then this is the place to be this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Now, there are always interesting things going on in the industry. We talk about that. This is obviously boat show pricing, Ken, we talk about it. People want a great boat, but they also want a great deal. And I think you can help them out.
Yeah, Justin, that's why this boat show has been going on for 44 years, because people, being consumers, have figured out, look, if you're going to buy a boat this year, the manufacturers are the ones that drive these shows, and they give the dealers right here in the state extra incentives, discounts, rebates that they can pass along to the consumer. But look, they're only doing that in January and February, essentially. Because look, when it gets May, June, whatever, they're selling boats like crazy on their own lot. So to stimulate sales, to kick off the year, you can get the best price on a boat that you're going to get all year, and you get to see the best selection right here at the show. So it makes a lot of sense. For $10, you can come in here with your family, walk from dealer to dealer, check out all the new boats, establish a good relationship with the dealer you want to work with, and walk away with a great deal.
All right, well, I got a minute or so left here. So real quick, give them the nuts and bolts. You mentioned the $10 to get in. You've got, I think, some deals for kids, but also hours. We're going to open at 10 tomorrow, correct?
Yeah, you got it. So it's this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, downtown Little Rock, State House Convention Center. Show hours Friday, Saturday are 10 to 8, Sunday 10 to 5. Adult admission $10, kids 12 and under free. Hey, bring the kids out on Saturday. Smokey the Bear will be here. There'll be all kinds of fun stuff for the kids and for the family. So we look forward to having the folks out this weekend. And Justin, somebody's going to be a lucky camper and a happy camper at the conclusion of the show, courtesy of Bradford Marine and ATV. We're giving away a $12,000 personal watercraft. It's a Yamaha Jet Blaster, so no purchase necessary. Drop your name in the hopper. We'll draw Sunday night and award them that great prize. Okay, sounds good, Ken. We'll talk to you a lot more tomorrow. Appreciate you popping on, giving everybody a heads up. We like to remind folks what's happening, so we will talk to you tomorrow. Thank you, buddy. Take care. Yep.
All right, very good. That's Ken Griffey. Appreciate him. We will join him tomorrow at the Marine Expo, 44 years worth. All right, we are gonna hear a little bit from Pete Golding next hour. We've got entertainment and birthdays as well, and what's on tap brought to you by Flyway Brewing. See if we've got anything that is worthwhile here on our text line. It is. Here we go. This is from our friends at Middleton Heat and Air. They're going to freeze Jerry's head and keep it alive until they win 4 more. Wow.
Like Ted Williams? sort of thing.
Mark May said Jerry Jones needs to hire Harbaugh and he would go to the Super Bowl. You know what? That would be a great story. I don't know if Harbaugh would do it, though. Ole Miss will neutralize the Miami pass rush with a healthy dose of Kejuan Lacey. All right. It's going to be a good game tonight. 6:30, I believe, is the kick. And we'll find out in What's on Tap because Christian's got it all nailed down for you. Don't worry. I hope that defensive end squashes that little troll. Go Canes. Okay. I never thought of Trinidad Chambliss as a troll, but all right. Unless you're talking about Lane Kiffin, he's for sure not going to tackle him because he's in Baton Rouge. All right, that's it for hour 2. We got one left. It's going to be fun. Stick around. It is 11:58, and you're in the zone on the Buzz Radio Network.
This is Justin Acri. If hand or wrist pain is getting in the way of your daily life, it's time to see the specialists at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. Their fellowship-trained hand and wrist surgeons treat everything from arthritis and fractures to nerve injuries and carpal tunnel. And with Arkansas's only hand trauma telemedicine program, advanced care is available around the clock. Call Ortho at 501-686-TOSH to schedule your appointment today and get back to living pain-free. That's 501-686-8674. The doctor will see you now.
What drives you? Family moments, new adventures, or just the love of the open road? Whatever it is, Gwatney Chevrolet is here to help you get there. For generations, we've been more than a dealership. We've been part of life's milestones, big and small. With a team that puts you first and a car buying experience that's easy and stress-free, we're here to find the perfect vehicle for what drives you. Visit us in Jacksonville or online at GwatneyChevrolet.com. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Anywhere in the state, dial 888-8888 for Rainwater, Holton, Sexton. They'll help you weather the storm.
Our guys aren't so bad, right?
This is taking unsportsmanlike conduct to a whole new level.
Well, maybe not. 103.7 The Buzz. KABZ, Little Rock. Buzz News with KARK's Gary Burton Jr.
The Jacksonville Advertising and Promotion Commission approved $200,000 for this year. It will be used for new signage, landscaping, repairing parking lots, and sidewalk or accessibility improvements. Businesses can apply for these grants in range from $5,000 to $10,000. City leaders say this is to help owners reinvest into their businesses to make the area more attractive for visitors and future investors. And the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission is continuing its conservation incentive program. Landowners can apply to join the program, which will reimburse people for projects benefiting wildlife habitats. AGFC previously offered $10,000 to landowners who took part in maintaining nature. The agency has $650,000 ready to offer to landowners who join the program now. You can apply on their website through February 6th. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm KRK's Gary Burton Jr.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with KARK's Pat Walker.
It's going to be a warm, windy day, cloudy, and a chance of light rain showers. We'll have southerly winds 15 to 25 miles per hour with some gusts around 35 here in central Arkansas with a high of 72 degrees and that 50% chance of rain. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Pat Walker.
Fletcher Dodge wants to buy your car. We'll buy any make or model, and we'll pay you more than anyone else. Please, turn your old car into cash at Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood.
Your boating experience begins this weekend at the 44th Annual Arkansas Marine Expo, Arkansas's premier boat show at the State House Convention Center in Little Rock. All dealers will be on hand selling new 2026 boats at special discount show prices. Win a new $12,000 Yamaha Blaster personal watercraft, courtesy of Bradford Marine and ATV. $10 for adults, children 12 and under, free. Don't miss Arkansas's premier boat show this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at the State House Convention Center in Little Rock. Another Denton and Griffey attraction.
Welcome to Moe's. Everyone knows that coming into Moe's for our Moe Monday special is the best deal in burritos. But what about those other 6 days? Well, let me introduce the new Moe Value Meal. Junior burrito, side of queso, chips, salsa, and a fountain drink for only $9.99. And the best part, it's available all day, every day at Moe's Southwest Grill. Now here's my daughter Andy Kate with a special reminder.
Remember, kids eat free on Sundays. Welcome to Moe's.
Want to make 2026 your year of adventure? Book that trip and learn a new language with Babbel. Go ahead, make a resolution you can stick to. Now is the time. Babbel's New Year sale is here. Unlock all of the languages on Babbel with the lifetime subscription for 65% off. Just go to Babbel.com and start today. Babbel teaches you relevant words and phrases, so you can start speaking with confidence in as little as 3 weeks. And because Babbel's bite-sized lessons fit easily into your daily routine and are easy to remember, you'll be talking like a local in time for takeoff. Dive into the world of language learning content with Babbel's videos, podcasts, and stories from around the world, full of culture bites and language learning tips. Turn your daydream into a destination this year with Babbel. But don't wait. This offer ends January 15th. Get Babbel's lifetime access for less at Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
From Central Arkansas to South Arkansas to Northeast Arkansas, across the state to Northwest Arkansas, you will find a Beechwood hospitality property. From the Haywood in El Dorado to the Hilton Garden in Jonesboro to the Doubletree in Bentonville and the Staybridge Suites just south of Baumwalker Stadium, Beechwood Hospitality has a room for you. Beechwood Hospitality is the leader in hotel property management in the state. Make sure you find a Beechwood Hospitality hotel for your next overnight stay.
When second's making a play, short's got to cover.
A winning insurance strategy doesn't rely on one person.
Get a good hustle, good hustle.
Communicate with your guys and make sure everyone's in the right coverage. It takes a team that knows its roles well, working together to provide an exceptional experience.
Set the screen. You have to protect yourself.
1, 2, 3, Wildcat!
At Shelter Insurance, you can count on our local agents and award-winning customer service to help you protect what matters most.
See Shelter agents Seth Hobbs, Larissa Kelly, or Matt Steele in Bryant today.
Hello, folks. It's Frank Fletcher from the Fletcher Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram store right here in Sherwood. I want to talk to you about our used car inventory and an incredible offer we're running right now for January. Folks, we have over 750 used cars for you to select from. Wow, why so many? Because most of you don't know that we have 9 new car franchises feeding us trade-ins every single day. That means selection like you won't find anywhere else in the entire state. And what makes this really special is in January, we're going to sell every used car with a free warranty. That's right, a free warranty with every purchase. That's a huge savings and an incredible peace of mind. Also, folks, we have the software to see our competitors' pricing on like models across our market. And I personally mark down every single pre-owned unit below our competition, which means you're going to get the best price. So what do? You go to FletcherDeals.com right now. You choose the car that fits your desire. Come see us at Fletcher Dodge on Warden Road.
Happy New Year from the friendly folks at Alcoa Community Federal Credit Union, where you're always greeted by a real person and receiving amazing service. Kick off the year with our New Year auto loan special. Enjoy no payments for 90 days, an ultra-low 2.026% interest rate, and up to 84 months financing. Offer valid on 2024, 25, and 26 models for new and used vehicles or refinance and save. Apply securely today at AlcoaCommunityFCU.org. Alcoa Community Federal Credit Union, proudly serving 15 counties across central Arkansas.
You're in the zone, coming to you live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs Studio. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only casino resort. Now, here's Justin Acri and DJ Williams on the Buzz Radio Network.
This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, 100% reason to remember the name. Like, he doesn't need his name up in lights, he just wants to be heard, whether it's the beat of the mic. Feels so unlike everybody else, alone, in spite of the fact that some people still think that they know, but no, he knows the code. It's not about the salary, it's all about reality and making some noise, making a story, making sure his click stays up. That means when he puts it down, Todd's picking it up. Let's go.
Who the hell is he anyway? He never really talks much, never concerned with status, but still even him starstruck. Humble through opportunities given despite the fact that many misjudge him because he makes a living from writing raps. Put it together himself, not a picture connects, never asking for someone's help or to get some respect. He's only focused on what he wrote, his will is beyond reach, and now it all unfolds, the skill of an artist. This is 20% skill, 80% fear, be 100% clear, cause Ryu was ill. Who would've thought he'd be the one that set the West in flames? And I heard him wreck it with the crystal method, name of the game. Came back, dropped Megadeth, took him to church. I like Bleach, man. Ryu had had the stupidest verse, let's do this the truth. Now everybody giving them guest spots and stocks through the roof. I heard them with that stock.
This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, 100% reason to remember the name.
They call him Ryan, he's sick and he's spitting fire, and Mike got him out the dryer, he's hot. Found him in
All right, welcome back in. We were trying to stall just for a little bit here on the zone to wait for our counterpart, Justin Acri.
I'm ready.
Slowly making his way. There he is right there. We were almost to the end of the song. We were making it work.
You can't sing along?
I'm working on still learning all the words. HB did stop by in studio and wanted to give you he wanted me to tell you something about your wings.
What'd he say?
He said they're great.
Oh, good. That was very sweet. Thank you. Thank you, HB.
Yeah.
I smoked some wings the other day, and I said I was going to eat them yesterday, but then Joe Klein was kind enough to bring us lunch. So I ate his lunch instead, and I appreciate him. So,
did you use that dilly you got?
The Ninja?
Yeah.
I did for the fries. No, I actually did it on my other smoker.
Whoa.
But I love that thing.
Fancy. Big money.
Well, that's not really. It's a couple $100, no big deal. Acri, do you think, this is from our Middleton Heat and Air text line, do you think that over 49.5 hits tonight? Whew, you got me. This is a hard game to figure out. Does Ole Miss's offense do its thing? Does Miami's offense improve significantly because it's against Ole Miss's defense? Does Miami's defensive line give Ole Miss problems and shut them down, make Trinidad Chambliss uncomfortable? I'm just like, man, this one scares me to death, but I just hope it's a really, really good game, and we're going to see what happens. I mean, that's a dumb thing to say, I know, but I really don't have a great feel. Do you guys feel really confident one way or the other here?
No.
I think I would lean under, but I'm not sure. I don't feel confident.
Yeah. I'd go under.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
it could be like
30 scoring 30
17.
seems like a lot. Yes, I agree. I think scoring 30 is a lot. And Miami's offense I have to go back and look at what they've done this year. I've only watched in the last two games, but again, they faced two great defenses. Ole Miss's defense is not going to be confused with being great. Sorry, Pete Golding. But I do like Pete Golding's attitude. He was great at the press conference yesterday, or the media conference. Sorry. Yesterday, talking with Miami's coach. But
Cristobal.
Yep, Mario. Old Mario to you and me. But he talked about a couple different things here. So let's start with his approach right now. And then really the best bite's the next one, because somebody asked him about what's he got to say to Lane Kiffin and other people. But let's start with this. This is his approach now. And again, I feel like I'm touting Pete Golding, who is, I'm not rooting for him. I got no Ole Miss love. I'm no DJ Williams. But anyway, I thought he was pretty good yesterday. He's done a really good job. I mean, it's a really tough situation. It's unprecedented, but he's done a dang good job. So let's hear from him from yesterday, then we'll get into our entertainment here in a minute.
So I haven't looked at anything outside. We got a really good group of guys and men in that building that want to be there, that want to provide a really good environment for our players, and our players want to win. And so I haven't got caught up in all the other stuff. It's just whatever the moment is. If it's a game preparation, let's get ready to play the game. If we're recruiting, let's recruit, and let's try to recruit better than everybody else. And I think Oxford has speak for itself. Ole Miss has speak for itself. I think a lot of things right now in college football and recruiting, a lot of people recruit based on tradition, right? We recruit based on trajectory, right? A lot of these places, they can go show them Heisman trophies. They can go show them national championships. Nobody in that damn building won them, all right? So, again, it's where's it at right now? What's the direction that it's headed? And so our guys see that. I think the recruits see that as well.
That's a good pitch. Yeah, I mean, look, it's great that they won Heisman's here before, but the guys that are here now, I mean, unless you're talking about, Indiana, they haven't won them. So, I mean, that's a pretty good point. I like that. And then he also talked about, again, what is he saying to people? And apparently he's not saying anything to anyone. And he's been very frank and occasionally a little profane. But I like his edge.
I don't have a message for anybody else. I think our team, right, our team had a message. They had a message about how they prepared and how they play and that they weren't tired of playing. And I do think the message is I'm replaceable, you're replaceable, our players are replaceable, right? I think you want to build a program to where it's heading in the right direction, and one person, one player, or anything like that's not going to derail that. There's been too much invested in that, and it's been aligned correctly that one person is not going to impact something so drastically. If it is, it's probably not built right. right? If one coach in any sport can determine the outcome of it, he probably doesn't have a very good staff, right? I mean, if one player can determine the outcome of it, we probably didn't recruit and create the right depth, right? Or we didn't prepare him and be ready for his opportunity. And it's a team game. I mean, there's so many people that go into it. So the timing of when it happened, in my opinion, couldn't happen at a better time for the players because everything was already in place. Right? Everything was on the track. It's headed the right direction. We got really good players. Right? There was already a culture created. They knew the expectation. The only thing that was different, who's running them out of the tunnel. And to be honest with you, I don't think the players give a damn who runs them out of the tunnel. Right? Does it make sense? They care about their plan. They care about getting held accountable, right? And how they're going to prepare. And they care about people that care about them. Right? And I think that's been the message our players have created. But I don't have to say to anybody else.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Fair. You like that?
I do like that. I like him. I think he's a great coach. I mean, yeah, I'll see jury's out on head coach, but I think he's a really great coach that a lot of players would like to play for and respect.
You're off Ole Miss now, though. You're LSU guy now. Right?
No. It's funny how y'all say, no, look where they are. You know what I mean? I think they're a good football team. What's wrong with that?
From the Middleton Heat and Air text line. Don't know if this has been answered yet, but do you think coaches have been getting the short end of the stick lately? It feels like 10 years ago a coach being fired was a rare thing or extremely serious. No, I do not. I think they're getting paid millions of dollars to go away, and I think most of them usually land on their feet, so I'm not too worried about it. Quickly, some transfer news. DJ Lagway's found a new home. It is Waco, Texas. And I don't know if he's been to Waco, Texas lately, but he will not confuse it with Florida, even if it is Gainesville. So he's going to Baylor. And then Ty Simpson, I don't know if you guys saw, is declaring for the NFL draft. And I will say this. I don't think Ty Simpson's a great quarterback, but he's picking a pretty good year to go pro, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. Really good year. If you're going to do it, this would be the year. Also, I almost forgot, Charlie Collins coming back to Arkansas.
Yeah,
he signed his paperwork.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Who was the other one that announced yesterday?
Platt, Jaden Platt.
Yeah, we knew that yesterday. I guess
It is so bizarre seeing players already on our team posting photos of them signing to be here. It's just, it throws me off.
We say it all the time. We just don't accept it that you have to re-recruit your own team first, right, for the guys you want. Also, Grayson Wilson's landing at Boston College, so best of luck to him. Mm-hmm. I mean, again, no shade. I never felt great about him being a starter at Arkansas. So great athlete, and I hope it works out well at BC for him. Nice kid. Mm-hmm. He's kind of reminds you, DJ, a little bit of, or maybe your boy Trent, but really good football player.
I would say he's more
basketball player too.
I would say he's more athletic than both of us. Dude is a big time athlete. I watched him play basketball. He's got some bounce to him.
Yeah, he's stud for sure. All right, let's do some entertainment.
Today's entertainment report is brought to you by Bell & Sword Gentlemen's Clothing in Conway. Check them out on Facebook and Instagram or stop by Bell & Sword's new and larger location at 1011 Oak Street.
Did you get the... Lord Almighty.
Dang it, I downloaded it. I forgot to put it through the converter.
Okay, we'll do it tomorrow. No big deal. Okay. We'll do it tomorrow. Just grab it for tomorrow. We got plenty of other stuff. No worries. Nick Reiner looking for a lawyer in all the wrong places. Alan Jackson, who's the high-profile attorney, and if you followed the case out in Boston where the woman allegedly killed her boyfriend by hitting him with her car.
I remember that.
Yep. He ended up getting her off. Why can I not think of her name? I followed this trial closely.
Oh, you were in it.
She was tried and she was retried.
I cannot recall.
God, I cannot believe I can't think of her name. Gotcha. Anyway, he's a high-profile attorney. He had been representing Nick Reiner, the person who is accused of killing his parents, Rob and Michelle. But he is no longer on the case. He also proclaimed on his way off the case, Nick Reiner is not guilty of murder. He says, my team and I remain deeply committed to Nick Reiner and his interests. We're not just convinced. We know that the legal process will reveal the true facts about the circumstances about this case, Nick's case. A lot has been printed about Nick, about his family, speculation. He says, on December 15th in the early morning hours, I got a call. Me and my team, we dropped everything. He said the last 3 weeks they've worked tirelessly to investigate up until today. What we've learned, and you can take this to the bank, is that pursuant to the law in California, Nick Reiner is not guilty of murder. Print that. We wish him the very best moving forward. Now, one of two things is being insinuated here. He is not guilty by mental defect, or they're going to claim that some other whack job came in and killed his parents and blamed it on Nick. I can't wait to see how this one plays out.
Yeah.
But I can't believe that Alan Jackson, who was a high-profile attorney, stepped away from this one.
Was it Karen Reed?
Yes.
Karen Reed. I'm really embarrassed that I watched the whole documentary on it. Just shows you how good my brain's working these days. Bill Hader's back on the market, and not because his significant other died, DJ. Sorry to disappoint you.
Oh.
Yep, the 47-year-old and his 43-year-old girlfriend, Ali Wong, have broken up.
Dang, I thought they were going to make it, man.
Well, as we always say, Christian, if those two can't make it, what chance do the rest of us have? Anyway, I really like him. I don't know anything about her, but best of luck to him.
She's a comedian. She was in that Netflix show. Can't remember.
What's she look?
Look her up. You'll know who she is.
Beef?
Yes. It was Beef.
Oh,
That's what it was.
She's funny. Mm-hmm.
Never watched it, but I heard good things.
Yeah.
You guys remember Spencer Pratt?
No.
Sounds familiar.
He was on the Hills with his wife, Heidi Montag.
Yes.
Yep. Well, now he's going to run for mayor of Los Angeles.
Good luck.
The system in L.A. isn't struggling. It's fundamentally broken. I think we can agree with that.
Okay.
It's a machine designed to protect the people at the top and the friends they exchange favors with, while the rest of us drown in toxic smoke and ash.
That sounds like United States.
Buddy, let's go. Run for president, Spencer.
Yeah.
Aim high. Hey, listen, the governorship may be open soon if Gavin Newsom runs for president, which we assume he will. Now, I guess we would have to assume that he's going to win. But anyway.
Well, if you run, don't you drop out? Do you drop out of governor?
I don't know how that works. I think, is it only if you win, or I can't remember how this works. You should know. I should know this.
Don't recall. But I would think you have to drop out of governor to run.
It's like I didn't win, so I'm back. I don't know. Is campaigning a full-time job? I don't know. It's amazing that I'm this old and I don't know how this works. Bath & Body Works is putting to rest one of its newest scented candles, and now it makes me want it more.
What was it?
Gwyneth Paltrow.
Pizza and Ranch.
Oh.
There's a Pizza and Ranch candle that Bath & Body apparently had. Apparently, customers shared negative reactions to it. One woman shared a photo and said of the candle alongside the company's holiday dill light candle. These candles are getting out of hand. The Pizza and Ranch one was literally one of the most foul things I've ever smelled in my life. Okay.
I don't like the smell of ranch. It barely has one, but if you get up close, I don't like it.
I don't think ranch smells great by any means. But I love the smell of pizza, and I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Casey Musgraves talking hangover cures. I guess you guys don't need one, but for the rest of us, here's some other celebrity hangover cures. George Strait says he eats menudo when he is hungover. Eric Church has 2 hangover cures. Drink a bunch of 5-hour energies or have 2 Advil and a beer in the morning. Listen, a lot of people do turn to alcohol to get over their hangovers. They're called alcoholics. Casey Musgrave seems to have gotten the hangover stuff down to a science. She says coconut water is a major help with hangovers. And also, a lot of times we go and eat Vietnamese pho.
I like pho a lot.
That
I don't even drink.
Sleep and Tylenol. She says when you're drinking, you have your alcohol, drink a little water, drink some more alcohol, drink some water. That's the biggest thing for most people, I think. We don't hydrate during the – people are like, you want some water too? And I'm like, no, I don't. I'm already full on beer. But mixing in water is a good idea. I think doing the whole, like, Diet Coke or whatever your soda choice is, maybe a water and then an alcoholic beverage and just rotating probably would help a lot of people. I'm going to definitely change my approach. Alcohol is becoming less of a it's going to become less of a common thing, I think, for me. I'm not going to quite get to Christian status this year, but 26 is going to be a different me.
New year, new Justin. Putting sound on the board, not drinking as much.
Same old a-hole, but more organized and more sober.
Do you think drinking makes you more fun, or like if you drink the night before, are you more fun or are you more agitated?
While I'm doing it or the next day?
No, the next day.
Oh, you guys probably don't get the benefits of it. No.
Okay.
You get tired and grumpy. I'm already getting BS texts from my friends. Okay. Thanks a lot. Appreciate you guys.
They don't believe.
ChatGPT has us covered, Justin. It lets us know why we actually do feel hungover. A lot of people just think it's because the dehydration and all that good stuff. That's usually what happens with the headaches. But your liver, when it breaks down the alcohol, it releases and creates something called, I can't pronounce that. acetaldehyde. It's a toxic substance that releases into your bloodstream, causing nausea, sweating, flushing, and rapid heart rate. It also triggers your whole body's inflammatory response, which causes your brain to have some type of inflammation. That's another reason why you have headaches. Also, muscle inflammation. That's where your body aches come from. Blood sugar crashes in response to the glucose regulation, and that's where the shakiness and the weakness and the anxiety come from. So it says for you out there who are trying to prevent these things,
don't drink.
You got to set your body up for success. It's all about eating a good pregame meal first. Prioritize proteins, healthy fats, and complex carbs is a good way. Now, hydrate about 2 hours before drinking. Sodium is key, so make sure you get your electrolytes, and make sure you get a good source of B vitamins and magnesium. So that's what you need to do before big night. Or
it's a lot.
Don't have a big night.
Or don't drink.
Yeah, or drink very little. That's an option. You guys are making it sound like alcohol might not be good for me.
Never would have thought.
I know. Jelly Roll, Sarah Michelle Gellar, and Chrissy Teigen have signed on as judges for Star Search, Netflix's upcoming reboot of the talent competition series.
I remember that.
Yeah.
A long time ago.
Hosted by Anthony Anderson, I'm a huge fan of.
Yeah.
It debuts January 20th, or premieres. Episodes will air live on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Oh, it's going to be live. That's exciting. With real-time voting. This is exciting. Good for you. Listen, I'm telling you, Netflix, you're getting a special Thursday game ball. I just discovered you guys have games that are super fun to play on your platform, and now you're bringing back Star Search, which used to be hosted by Ed McMahon back in the day. I didn't realize this. It helped launch the careers of future stars Beyonce, Adam Sandler, Britney Spears, Justin Timberlake, Dave Chappelle, Christina Aguilera, and others. Star Search. How about that?
Had a higher hit rate than American Idol.
What was first for that? So Justin Timberlake, Britney Spears, and Christina, they were all on the
Disney, right?
Disney
Mickey Mouse Playhouse.
Mickey Mouse Club or whatever.
Yeah.
Was that first or Star Search?
I don't know.
All right, let's get to birthdays, trivia, and whatever else we do during this segment here. We are giving away entries into the 36th. That's what I thought. Started getting caught up on 44 because we have the Marine Expo tomorrow. It's 44 for them. 36th Annual Arkansas Big Buck Classic, returning January 23rd to the State Fairgrounds. A weekend of adventure and fun, big bucks, big competition, big tradition, big prizes. And you can get an entry and a chance to win $1,000 from Reliance Bank, a bear den trip from the Arkansas Best Chevy Dealers, a lifetime hunting license, a hunting rifle, a $1,000 gift card from Hunter's Refuge, and all kinds of prizes going to be handed out over the weekend. So it's going to be a lot of fun. If you want to play birthday trivia, you should call now at 501-661-1037. Yes.
Birthday Trivia in the Zone is brought to you by Brewski's Pub and Grub. Your home for lunch, happy hour, and late night. With locations in Little Rock and North Little Rock. Come get your grub on.
Hey, Christian.
Yes?
Do you ever watch Bill Maher?
Not really, no.
Okay, well, at the end of his show on HBO, he has a segment called New Rules.
Mm-hmm.
And it's basically all the things that he thinks needs to happen in the world. So here's a new rule for the Zone. We are no longer accepting people to enter into birthday trivia until we call for birthday trivia. When you hear the open play, you can get in.
Okay.
Those of you who are calling in 30 and 40 minutes in advance and not giving anybody else a chance to get in first, sorry. And I know the earlier bird gets the worm normally, but we are not doing this crap anymore. So for 2026, add it to my list of things that are going to change, Christian. Starting tomorrow, you can start calling for birthday trivia when we play the open and not before. But for the last go-round, I will let these two early birds get in. Joey, you're going to be with Christian, and DJ, you've got Zach. Speaking
to be
of Zach's.
fair, for these two, it wasn't 30 minutes.
Okay, well, one was 20 and one was 11, whatever. I mean, we're splitting hairs. But anyway, you can call when we're ready.
Yes.
And not before. All right, here we go. Wrong page. Guys, trivia. What do you call a group of flamingos? What do you call a group of flamingos? You're going to learn stuff today, whether you like it or not. Answer is?
Pink Floyd.
A flamboyance. I like Pink Floyd.
Yeah. Flamboyance, that's good.
Flamboyance. Flamingos, flamboyance.
That's good.
Relative to the internet, what does URL stand for, DJ?
Oh, I should know this.
I don't know.
Uniform Resource Locator. I didn't know it either. All right. Christian, first U.S. President George Washington delivered the first State of the Union on this day in what year?
I'm going to go 1778, of course.
DJ.
Little tight, 1776.
1790.
Oh.
On this day in what year? Oh, no, you know what? I'm going to tell you the year. On this day in 1918, this state became the first to ratify the 18th Amendment, prohibiting the use of alcohol.
Did you
Speaking
say?
of.
Did you say what year?
1918. On this day in 1918, this state became the first state to ratify the 18th Amendment. No surprise, it's a southern state.
Banning alcohol. Okay.
Yes. Prohibition of alcohol.
Yes.
Mississippi.
Is that your answer?
I'm going to go.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Kentucky.
DJ is correct. Mississippi it is. Yep. All right. On this day in 1962, Jack Nicklaus, 21 years of age, made his first pro appearance. Where did he finish in the tournament at 21 years of age in his first pro appearance? DJ.
Third.
Christian. 50th. DJ point. And on this day in history, Harvey Milk became the first openly gay person elected to public office in California. Happened in 1978. He was, of course, assassinated by a disgruntled fellow councilman. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if I read up on the story today because I was kind of re-familiarizing myself. I know they made a movie about it as well. But this guy got like 5 years and ended up serving just a couple of years for good behavior.
Pretty bad.
He got they ended up making 2 counts of manslaughter, I believe. But it is absolutely disgusting. This guy only served 2 years. Absolutely ridiculous. He killed the mayor, too, of San Francisco. Anyway. All right, and on this year in history, the NCAA announced the basketball tournament would expand from 48 teams to 64 teams. What year, Christian?
Oh, man. I'm going to go...
They announced it. It became effective the following year.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go 82.
Okay.
79.
85 is when it happened. 84, they announced at Christian Point. First tournament, 1939. I think Oregon won the first one ever. There were 8 teams in it. All right. Time for birthdays, boys. Here we go. This guy is a singer, and
Boy George.
He has bladder control issues, I guess.
Justin Bieber.
He also has a real penchant for young ladies. He believes he can fly as well, so he's
R. Kelly.
Oh, R. Kelly, okay.
That's right, DJ.
Okay, there we go.
I think he can control it.
Yeah.
He chooses not to.
Yeah.
Christian, how old is R. Kelly today? He believes he can pee.
Yes, R. Kelly.
But he does not know how to hog tie people.
No, he does not.
If you were here, then I could get that sound bite. I know
We
you
have
play it.
Christian can pull it up. He'll pull it up
Please do.
before.
I'll find it
Let's play it into the break. We got to.
Yeah.
Kales is 58.
Nope.
55.
He's going to be peed off that you guys don't know his birthday. He's 59. We were talking about Goldfinger singers yesterday. And
Shirley Bassey.
Shirley Bassey's right, Christian. Very good. How old is she?
What is
Mr.
a Goldfinger singer?
Goldfinger.
Well, we were talking about. I meant to say we were talking about Bond theme singers yesterday.
Okay.
She sang Goldfinger. Shirley Bassey's how old today?
Oh, man. Shirley Bassey is 76.
DJ.
79.
She's 89. We're tied at 4. This guy he was one of the most popular pop music performers, and then he has just disappeared. Now,
Ricky
some would
Martin.
argue it's because he's paying off his debts in Vegas.
Bruno Mars.
Yes. I mean, it's about time that he becomes popular and out in the public eye again. I don't know what is going on, but it is the weirdest thing.
I
He
feel
had
like
Silk Sonic a few years ago, but then now he hasn't done
if
anything.
he's paying
in a
off
while.
his debts, I feel like a couple shows here or there would knock it out, right?
You would think so, but he's stuck in Vegas on this, like, what do you call it, residency?
He's got some
I don't know.
360 deal going on.
Yeah, we need to get his butt out in the public. How old is he?
Bruno
Not
Mars.
that that's not public, but you know what I mean.
Right.
Bruno Mars is 41 today.
Christian?
It's a good guess. I'm going to go 42.
He's 40. We're tied at 5. Comes down to this. This former Major League Baseball player
Chipper Jones.
played for the same organization as his brother.
Jose Canseco.
He also played for the Indians, the Rockies, and the Yankees, in addition to the team that he and his brother both played for. 5-time All-Star. He was the AL MVP in 2000. 440 career home runs, and he has publicly apologized for using steroids in his career. His brother's dead.
Mark McGwire? No.
No. His brother actually killed himself.
Did he play at the A's?
He sure did.
Jose Canseco?
No.
The other one?
Moneyball.
Yes.
I know.
Jason Giambi.
Yes. Dadgummit.
You gave it to me.
I did. I knew it was the
Did
Giambi.
you guys know that Jeremy committed suicide?
I did not know that.
No.
I didn't remember this. I'm sure we talked about it when it happened, but I don't recall it. Sad story. Anyway, Jeremy was the one that was featured, I believe, on Moneyball. They were talking about Jason being there before, but they couldn't afford to keep him, so he went to New York. All right, so how old is Jason Giambi today?
Jason Giambi, let's see. He is, I'm going to do a little math, maybe wrong. 54.
He's 54. Bingo, bang. Wow. Huge fan. Good job. Wow. Christian, good job, man. All right, let's go to the break. It's 12:33. We'll get Zack on the line on the other side. And Joey, congratulations. Enjoy it, my friend. Enjoy it. All right. As we head in, I want to tell you about my friends at Cash again, because if you are hungry, and I'm starving right now, and today's Thursday, oh, buddy, what I would do for some fried catfish. That is their Thursday special at Cash. Absolutely outstanding. If you've missed it in past weeks, you should definitely get over there soon. Don't forget tomorrow's Fried Chicken Friday at Cash if you're looking for a lunch spot to get the weekend started right. And if you've got a special event coming up, no better place. Absolutely beautiful space, up to 150 people upstairs at Cash. All you need to do is make the call at 501-850-0265 or go to their website, cashlittlerock.com. You can find out all the details on their menu, on their offerings, on their space. And you can also get in touch with our friends over there again if you want to rent some space. But, man, it's a great spot for any occasion. You want to fly solo, hang out at the bar, knock out a couple of drinks, great spot. Go with another friend, go with a significant other for a special quiet dinner, awesome as well. And for a big group of people in that area upstairs, it is the spot. And they've got a couple of different patio options as well. It's all at Cash in downtown, and you get free valet parking in the evening time. Plenty of parking during the day if you want to go down and hit them up for lunch on this Fried Catfish Thursday or a Fried Chicken Friday. We'll be back after this. It's 12:34.
10 Fitness brings you Top 10 Tuesdays with The Zone. Each week, Justin and DJ will dive into a different Top 10 list and take your calls. Brought to you by 10 Fitness. Turn back the clock on gym prices.
This is SportsCenter.
Arkansas Razorbacks men's basketball is off to a 2-0 start in SEC play. That's after last night's 94-87 win over the Ole Miss Rebels in Oxford. Leading the way was Darius Acuff Jr., who had 26 points and 9 assists. He was 11 of 12 from the free throw line. Trevor Brazile chipped in 18 points on just 5 of 6 shooting. He hit 4 of the 5 threes that he attempted. The Hogs shot 52% from the floor, 42% from 3, and 73% from the line. The Hogs will try to make it 3 straight SEC victories on Saturday when they take on the Auburn Tigers down at Auburn Arena. 5 o'clock tip-off. You can catch the game right here on 103.7 The Buzz, and you can catch the Betts Harrison Arkansas basketball postgame show live from Walk-Ons with Wes Moore and myself, Josh Neighbors, following the game. I'm Josh Neighbors for the Buzz Radio Network.
This is Justin Acri. If hand or wrist pain is getting in the way of your daily life, it's time to see the specialists at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. Their fellowship-trained hand and wrist surgeons treat everything from arthritis and fractures to nerve injuries and carpal tunnel. And with Arkansas's only hand trauma telemedicine program, advanced care is available around the clock. Call Ortho at 501-686-TOSH to schedule your appointment today and get back to living pain-free. That's 501-686-8674. The doctor will see you now.
Burn those holiday calories together. 10 Fitness knows we all enjoyed the holiday treats, but now it's time to get back on track. Don't face the post-holiday sweat season alone. Grab your best friend, burn off the Christmas calories together, and start building momentum for the new year. Because everything is easier with a workout partner. Buy a membership, give a friend 30 days free. Sign up now at 10fitness.com and start sweating.
Check out the new clothing at Bell & Sword in Conway. A new cricket polo with Razorback logo, button-downs, vests, sweaters, slacks with UCA or Arkansas gear from Johnny O and Peter Millar. Great staff, fantastic service. Bell & Sword, the only Central Arkansas men's store with a tailor on staff to fit you. So go now to Bell & Sword, 1011 Oak Street in Conway on Facebook and Instagram.
Volkswagen of Little Rock is committed to delivering a car buying experience that's grounded in expertise, integrity, and respect. From the moment you arrive, our team is here to help you find the right fit. Whether that's the versatile Tiguan, the all-electric ID4, or one of our thoroughly inspected pre-owned models, we take pride in providing a low-pressure, informative environment where your questions are answered and your time is valued. Visit Volkswagen of Little Rock today or begin your search anytime at www.vwoflittlerock.com.
Welcome back to The Zone. You want to get into the show? Text us on our text line at 501-661-1037 or message us on our live fan feedback.
All right, welcome back. Before we get into it, I'm going to tell you about my friends over there in Greenbrier, Standing Firm Farms. I tell you, did a great job in December. A lot of people really loving their product to the point to where it's selling out, y'all. This is how good this stuff is. We've been trying to tell you, but they're all ramped up, ready to get back to it. And they got something new on the menu. How about this? They got brisket burgers. Yeah. Hands down, some of the best that you can buy. With Standing Firm Farms, they raise single-source, high-end Angus beef, grass or grain-fed. None of that junk, no hormones, no injections, nothing. Clean food, local source. They are also a ground beef supplier for these local restaurants here, trusted for quality and, most importantly, consistency. Same bite every single time. So check out their steak. They got burgers, those brisket burger bundle boxes that I just talked about. You can find that online at standingfirmfarms.com. And with free delivery to your doorstep in most cases. You got to check them out. It's local family beef from the natural state, Standing Firm Farms.
Now it's time to look at the odds on the biggest sporting events of the weekend. It's Better Bets with Oaklawn's Vice President of Racing and Wagering, Zack Gillham. Oaklawn Sports, Arkansas's best sports betting app.
All right, let's do it. Big night tonight. We got the college football playoff. You heard from Pete Golding earlier. Mario Cristobal and the Miami Hurricanes, the favorites tonight at Oaklawn, and some movement in our game tomorrow night. And then we've got a full slate of NFL games, a lot of college basketball happening. Zack Gillham joining us. What's up, buddy? How are you?
Hey, guys. Doing great. How are y'all today?
Man, we're ready. We're ready to rock and roll. So we got movement tomorrow, but I think the line has not moved today. Somebody was asking about how many I can't even say it. Anyway, they were asking about a prop bet regarding Michael Irvin, but anyway, that's not the kind of nonsense they do at Oaklawn. They're very serious about their wagering. So let's move on and talk about tonight's line and maybe a few of the high-profile prop bets you guys have seen some action on, Zack.
Yeah, absolutely. So tonight you have Miami versus Ole Miss. 6:30 is the kickoff. Right now, Miami is the 3.5-point favorite in this matchup. But looking at the juice, it looks like really 3 is more of the number. So good news, alternate lines. You can bounce back and forth. You can get it to 2.5 if you want. You can go all the way up to, say, plus 12.5 on Ole Miss. So you have many range of options there. Total at 52.5. The action on the game with Oaklawn has been coming on Ole Miss, as we talk about, and that's not a big shock. We do have a lot of SEC fans around here. But I've seen some bets coming in on Miami as well. As far as the prop bets, touchdown score right now has been very popular. You have some people that are parlaying a few of the guys, Lacey in particular from Ole Miss. He's minus 245 on that anytime touchdown score, but people taking it, throwing it in some of those same-game parlays. And then Chambliss, he also plus 190 for the anytime touchdown score. Keep in mind, he does have to run that in or receive a pass himself. If you're looking for the passing touchdowns, that is another option under the passing props. But for this game, almost 400 markets on the board, so a lot of player props. This is more extensive than you see during the regular season, including everything you're used to, whether it's the touchdown score, receiving, rushing, passing, and then some fun stuff like game field goals, game first, and even who might score last.
Zack, we did have some movement on the game tomorrow in the Big Ten rematch. Tell me where we are.
Yeah, so this one's moved a bit. Indiana now minus 4 in this. The action here coming on Indiana, which is about the first time all season I feel like they're starting to get some credit from the bettors here at Oaklawn Sports. But it is, 65, 35-ish, and it's been close to 60-40. So it is getting bet both ways, but Indiana's slightly heavier. The total 48.5, and same thing. You got player props going across right now. You have some people that are jumping on Noah Whittington to score anytime touchdown. He's at plus 125. And from the Indiana side, you have people jumping on Eli. He's plus 105. Sarrett at anytime touchdown scorer. Same thing, though. You're going to have receiving, rushing, passing options throughout this. Many players. I'd take the rest of your show if we tried to talk about them all.
Yeah.
And then you have the NFL wild card kicking off this weekend, too.
All right. Well, let's get into that then.
Yeah, so first game is going to be Saturday, 3:30. Don't forget, you have Saturday NFL games this week. So 3:30, Rams at Panthers. Rams on the road. Better record, but Panthers won a division, so they get to host this one. And the Rams are 10.5-point favorites. This one's moved a bit. It was at 10 earlier in the week, so the action coming there on the Rams. Total at 46. And then Saturday night, you have the Packers and the Bears, a great divisional matchup. Packers a 1-point favorite in that one. I'm going to roll through the rest of them pretty quick for you. Sunday at noon, you have the Bills and the Jags. The Bills are current 1-point favorites. Sunday afternoon at 3:30, the 49ers and the Eagles, with the Eagles a 4.5-point favorite. Sunday night, the Chargers and the Patriots, with the Patriots being a 3.5-point favorite. And I know on Oaklawn game day we talked, people are going to want to check the weather forecast there. Potential some bad weather up in New England. And then Monday night game, Texans and the Steelers. The Texans currently favored by a field goal, -3.
What else is happening this week? I guess we'll have basketball, Zach. We got games every day, and looking forward to the Arkansas-Auburn game this week and see if the Hawks can keep it rolling. We won't get that yet. So tell me about what else we got going as far as things at Oaklawn Sports that you're most enthusiastic about. I know you're excited about all of it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, last night, the Razorbacks, great game. They were about 4.5-point favorite, depending on when you bet. They did cover that, obviously. So great win. We'll look for the game for this weekend for Saturday to post. It's not late this afternoon, sometime on Friday, but there are some future markets still on the board. Arkansas 15-1 to win the national championship. They're finally starting to get a little respect on the SEC side of life, and they're down to plus 375, your second choice. Vanderbilt, -106, your favorite to win the regular season SEC.
Well, they looked good last night. You don't have any college baseball up yet, do you, Zach? I think we may have some Major League Baseball, but just curious about futures there. I saw the Perfect Game has come out and put Arkansas as its number 4 team in the nation on their preseason poll.
So we have them just a little higher on the odds, and I'm glad you pointed it out. This is the first time that I'm mentioning College World Series odds are on the board. LSU is your favorite. They are plus 850, but Arkansas co-second choice with Georgia at 12-1.
All right. Any other SEC teams up there?
Yeah, you have Texas coming in. They're fourth at 15-1. Mississippi State's at 17-1. You have a few ACC teams mixed in there, but then Tennessee's at 20-1. Vanderbilt's also 20-1. Auburn at 25-1. Alabama back at 40-1, but still looks like in the top 25 of odds. So no surprise, just like prior years, the SEC expected to have a very good season.
All right, very good. Zach, we got to run. I appreciate you. I know you guys will be super busy this weekend, but we'll check in with you next week.
Y'all have a great weekend.
All right, brother. That is Zack Gillham down at Oaklawn. We are going to hit a break, and we will come back, and we will wrap it up with what's on tap from our friends at Flyway Brewing. And it's a big night tonight, of course, with the college football matchup and a lot of basketball going on. We've got the Trojans playing over on Buzz 2. We'll get the deets on that when we come back from the break. I know we're trying to run down James as we head into our final timeout here. Any luck over there with James?
He's there.
Look at that. James trying to get right in the new year. What do you say there, boss?
Hey, I am watching and helping, taking down our Christmas trees and all that. We're finishing the Christmas celebration time over here at Guadney, but one thing we're not done celebrating is low prices, Justin. We got them all over the lot out there right now.
Tell me more about that. Where are we looking?
Well, you got to start, when you talk about deals, discounts, huge savings, you got to start with Silverado Truck. It's our best seller. Obviously, Arkansas and Silverado Truck is just part of the mainstay here on the streets in Arkansas, and so that has the biggest discounts, over $10,000 off on 26 model Silverados. We've also got the 90-day no payment back around for you guys, so if you're out there looking for something, you can maybe have a few months off after Christmas. I know a lot of money probably got spent. There's a lot of credit card bills maybe to get paid, so if you want to take a little time off and have some extra money, you got 90 days no payment on a lot of our models, not just the Silverado, but you got the Trax, the Equinox, the Traverse, a lot of those will qualify for that special program. And speaking of track, Justin, I always like to mention when we've got them in stock because these things go out so fast, but we've actually got a good selection of tracks and Trailblazer in stock right now. So if you're looking for those $299 payments, you got to come right now. It's time to come get one of those. We got a big shipment of those in.
I love it. As Mickey once said to Rocky, what are we waiting for? Get out there and see our friends at Gwatney Chevrolet. That's James, and you take the James Street exit if you're heading north from the capital city. It's real easy to remember. So go over there and visit with them, and you can see their entire selection at their website, GwatneyChevrolet.com. And, James, we will hit you up again tomorrow to wrap up the week. And, by the way, you sound exponentially better day to day, so whatever you did last night worked out great.
I feel fantastic today. I'm ready to roll.
Who you got tonight?
I'm really leaning towards Ole Miss. I just feel that they're going to get it done. Miami's been playing great, and their defense is solid. There's something about that Ole Miss team, that quarterback, that just kind of finds a way to win, and so I'm going to go Ole Miss tonight.
God, I can't believe DJ got to you. Here we go.
Oh,
Unbelievable.
I knew that was coming.
You did. James, thank you, brother. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right, thanks, guys.
All right, what's on tap? We'll find out. Stick around.
Jet skis lounge under the palm trees, cause you gotta have cheese for the summer house piece on South Beach. Water so clear you can see to the bottom.
Your boating experience begins this weekend at the 44th Annual Arkansas Marine Expo, Arkansas's premier boat show at the Statehouse Convention Center in Little Rock. All dealers will be on hand selling new 2026 boats at special discount show prices. Win a new $12,000 Yamaha Blaster personal watercraft, courtesy of Bradford Marine and ATV. $10 for adults, children 12 and under, free. Don't miss Arkansas's premier boat show this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at the Statehouse Convention Center in Little Rock, another Denton and Griffey attraction.
With hundreds of vehicles in stock across 6 brands, your next ride is waiting for you at Red River Auto Group. We know that the road ahead is important. Whether it's your daily drive or your next big adventure, the right vehicle makes all the difference. From the reliability of a Toyota to the strength of a Ram truck, we offer vehicles built to last with options for every lifestyle. State-of-the-art technology, unbeatable performance, and the comfort you deserve. It's all waiting for you at Red River. Visit us online at redriverauto.com.
Start 2026 on the move. Don't let joint pain stop you from reaching your New Year's resolutions or just having that lifestyle that you've wanted for a while now. Hit the ground running in 2026 with QC Kinetics. They deliver regenerative treatments that actually help your body repair the areas that are causing you pain. Achy knees, hips, shoulders, back, wherever that joint pain is, QC Kinetics is here to help. One of the great things about it is there is no surgery, there's no recovery, which can be the harder part of that surgical procedure, and also there's no pain. Imagine instead you're moving better, stronger, and planning the year you actually want with all of the activities that you want because you use treatment from QC Kinetics. January is supposed to be your clean slate, so make it one. Stop managing the pain and start solving it now with QC Kinetics. Call for your free consultation at 501-214-5880. That's 501-214-5880. Call QC Kinetics today.
This is Chris Roberts with Southern Bank. You and your business are doing big things in our community. Our financial tools are just what businesses need to succeed, but finding funds for your business can be tricky. At Southern Bank, we make it easy for local businesses to get financing for the things that help with their success. With a variety of loan and deposit products, your business can be prepared with a financial plan tailored for your business needs. To start your relationship with Southern Bank, visit us at southernbank.com or stop by one of our convenient branches. Member FDIC.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm Wes Moore. Coming up Thursday on Out of Bounds, we'll recap Arkansas Ole Miss. A big look back at the game in Oxford. Also, Richard Davenport will join us from the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette, WholeHogSports.com. We'll get his thoughts on the portal additions and find out who else we need to look for. And Brian Edwards at 3:30 from VegasInsider.com. We'll get some picks from the college football playoffs and the NFL playoffs. All that and much more coming up Thursday on Out of Bounds.
You're back in the zone. You want to get into the show but too busy to call? Message us on our live fan feedback or text us on our text line at 501-661-1037. What's on tap? Highlighting the biggest sporting events each day is brought to you by Flyway Brewing, with locations in Argenta, Memphis, and Fayetteville. For more info, go to flywaybrewing.com. Fresh beer starts there. Follow the migration.
All right, a lot going on tonight. Of course, the biggest national sporting event will be the college football playoff, the Fiesta Bowl. It'll feature Miami and Ole Miss going at it in the desert. That'll be at 7 o'clock. Or no, it's at 6:30 on ESPN. The Buzz will join it at 7 o'clock. In college basketball, pretty loaded night also. Got the women and men Trojan team taking on... This is not right, HB. Your This Week in Sports is not right. That is not who they're playing tonight. They are playing Southern Illinois University Edwardsville tonight, correct?
It's Southern Illinois Edwardsville, yes.
Yeah, he has Tennessee State. Anyway. Honest mistake.
The infallible HB. No more wings for you, boss.
But they're playing Southern Illinois University Edwardsville tonight at 5. It will be... At 5, it will be the women, and at 7:30, it'll be the men. The Arkansas State women will also be playing tonight. They will be taking on South Alabama at 7. The UCA men will be playing tonight at Bellarmine.
Bellarmine.
What time's tip for that game?
God, I don't even know. What time are we playing tonight?
It'll be at 6 o'clock on ESPN Plus.
7 o'clock Eastern is where I am, so that's the more important thing for me. But yes,
6 o'clock ESPN Plus for Central Time watchers. And then we'll finish up with Arkansas is hosting South Carolina in women's basketball, third-ranked South Carolina. Not a line on that game? Did we talk to Zack about that?
I don't know that they're doing a lot of women's game lines right now, but
be interested to see that
South Carolina's a lot closer to the national championship odds towards the top than Arkansas is. I'll put it to you that way.
That's on SEC Network Plus at 6:30 if you want to check that one out.
Yes.
But that's about it for what's on.
Yeah. Rough one. It'll take a little while probably for her to get things rolling in the right direction, but that's a tough deal.
It'd just be like Clark Lee at Vanderbilt. We're building a national championship team. Vanderbilt's going to be one of the best programs in the country.
She did not say, we understand what our job is, and it's to win a national championship. No one expects that. How about just make the tournament? Let's start there.
How about win a game in the SEC?
Oh.
Wow. You and DJ. You guys are so negative.
Google
Wes, you got me turned around on Miami, and I think I still think they're going to find a way tonight, but I would like to see Ole Miss win for some reason. I don't even know why, but I would. So who you got tonight?
Yeah, I saw your poll question. I think the better poll question, and look, not that yours is bad, but who do you want to win? I mean, seriously, because it's kind of conflicting because I don't like Ole Miss, but then with Lane in this situation, I kind of root for Ole Miss, I think. I don't know, so I think I'd like to know who everybody is rooting for tonight.
That's a fair question. And the thing is, I don't have any issues with Miami whatsoever. Mm-mm. I normally hate on Ole Miss, but I kind of like Pete. Pete Golding has become one of those guys, and I kind of liked Lane when he was there. Now I really don't care for him too much. But what bothers me is he's still getting a check for work he didn't do.
Yeah.
But DJ would say he's the architect, so the architect gets paid.
100%. Chambliss, he's easy to root for.
Yes,
his
it's a great story. Yeah.
I'm sure we could go down the list in Miami and find some good stories as well if we looked a little deeper.
That's probably true. Just think if Chambliss had stayed at Ferris State, they might have won the national championship this year.
And they would have had 4 quarterbacks instead of just 3.
What a machine that place is. Holy cow.
No doubt.
Anyway, What are y'all doing today?
We're going to talk about the portal. Richard Davenport's coming on at 2:10 with an update. Been a very busy day. I think what you're starting to see now is some of the backups. You got to fill out the roster, and a couple of these guys that come at the end haven't played a lot, but I think they're there for depth, and who knows, maybe they develop into something. But they did get a good defensive back from Maryland and Lakai Rowland. I think he has a chance to be a starter for them. So that's kind of the news of the day.
Did I see that they got another kid from Maryland today, too? I see that reported?
They did. Braden Lee from Maryland didn't play a whole lot for them. I think he's one of those guys, that you're talking about for depth. I mean, you got to have a roster of 95 or 105, whatever they decide on this year. So you got to fill it out, and that's what they're doing right now.
Yeah, I like it. What'd you think of the game last night?
I thought it was I was a little disappointed, to be honest with you. This team needs to develop the killer instinct, and too many times I saw it in the first half when they got a double-digit lead, they just kind of relax and throw it away, do something silly, and then you look up, and it's a 2-point game. And then second half they're up 16 and Beard empties the bench and puts in a couple of guys that just went off. I mean, just started hitting some wild shots, but Arkansas wasn't playing any defense. And you're just like, guys, this is going to cost you at some point this year if you don't just finish out a game. Now, they finished it once it got to 4, but there's going to be a time where you get that momentum and a 16-point lead's a 4-point lead, and the next thing you'll lose the game.
I want to share this fun fact before we move on from Ole Miss, and I don't get to do it. Comardine on their team?
Yeah.
Yes.
The French guard that kind of looks like Tyrese Halliburton, kind of plays like him a little bit too.
Yeah.
But he is immediately eligible to go into the NBA. Like, he could sign with the NBA team today.
Right now?
Yes, because of his age.
Wow.
He's immediately eligible to come right back to the college ranks.
He probably
next year
would be,
after that, too.
Yeah.
I will say, there were a couple things about last night that watching a Chris Beard team give up, that kind of, 94 points or whatever was weird.
Yeah.
And I agree with you on the defense in the second half. They are going to have to develop that a little bit. And I'll tell you another thing that I normally complain about is guys pulling it out at the end. And it's like you didn't run this offensive set all night, and all of a sudden he's going to hand it off to a guy and tell him to go 1 on 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Worked out fine. Acuff looks like he's done that 10,000 times.
He's a dude.
So he is
Stud.
something, man. Yeah, he is. All right, stick around. Out of Bounds coming up next, and we will recap this Nationals semifinal, I guess, tomorrow.
Happy New Year from the friendly folks at Alcoa Community Federal Credit Union, where you're always greeted by a